Alright, this is Randalicious. Welcome to the 11th Hexis podcast. There's a link in the description with a form. You can fill that out, and we'll try to take some ideas, topic suggestions, or anything like that. Or you can comment below. That's fine too. I'm Randalicious, and I'm the leader of Hexis.
Trance, retired Link champion. Now I'm the Heroes Guild founder.
I'm Maz. I'm still a Fashionscape expert.
I'm TheCaseAce, and I'm rank 52 overall at the moment.
Hello, I'm Trickool, and I'm the preserver and guardian of the old school feel.
Hey, I'm Matto, and I'm rank 1 lower skill XP.
Alright, so going off of what Trance had to say, let's discuss the hero and paladin thieving method and your guys' thoughts on it, and do you think they'll nerf it or not?
Well, I was looking at the achievement diary shit, trying to test a bunch of stuff, tested red chin, stuff like that, and I said, hey, Artie Cloak has a boost of pickpocketing, let me try some heroes, and it was pretty fucking good, so I kept doing it, and ended up having to turn PM off and leave CC for like 9 days because people were stalking me, but eventually it got leaked, which I knew it would, because I saw some other people here too. And I don't really know if they're gonna nerf it. It was all over Reddit when Robbo leaked it, and John C on Twitter said that he doesn't go on Reddit, but he was aware of the discussion and he'd look into it on Monday. So it could get nerfed in as early as 12 hours from now, if he thinks there's a problem with it.
Yeah, it could get hard fixed. But yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a decent thieving method, but I think it needs to have higher requirements if we were to keep it in the game. Like maybe elite diaries rather than just like hard and medium like it is at the moment.
Maybe require you to keep your eyes open while thieving.
Shots fired.
Cheeky.
Yeah, I reckon they'll nerf it for sure. I also had a little add-on question to this as well for everyone else. Do you think that Jagex will implement disciplinary action to this, like banning accounts or like backrolling stats or anything like that?
There is no way that they will ban a single player for this, and anyone who thinks that someone should be banned or is campaigning for someone to be banned is out of their goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna nerf it. I guess I've just come to expect nothing out of the team, so I really don't expect them to do anything. I hate the method. Not that I'm 200 mil, but it's just in my opinion, I believe it's a bug because it's an unintentional huge XP per hour boost, and it's stupid.
I didn't think they would nerf it, but after what John C said on Twitter that he'd actually look into it, whereas before somebody mentioned it to him, it was just like one person mentioned it to him, and he said, "I'll fix it or I'll look into it if people ask me to." And now that hundreds of people are all over Reddit, he said he'll actually look into it now. I don't know if it depends. It depends what I have no idea if they'll get nerfed or not.
Depends on John C actually will do some work.
I really hope he does. It's just a stupid method. You just sit there and fucking spam click. I just don't like the idea of that being by far the best thieving method in the game.
True.
It's a bit silly.
Yeah, no additional comments on my end.
Everything's been said.
I think they should nerf it. Oh, me and Randy actually, I wanted to bet Randy like a mil that they were gonna nerf it.
I'll have you know, Randalicious does not have a mil to spare.
The bet was made the day of leak.
Oh, okay.
And Randy said he wouldn't get nerfed. I said it would. I wanted to bet a mil, and he's like, no, let's have a gentleman's bet instead.
Well, okay, if they nerf it, that kind of sets up this precedent of, oh, they nerf things that are unintentional. What about all the other unintentional shit that's been released in the game?
I think one thing that you can say on that is, in regards to like Nightmare Zone and splashing, they said that it's been in the game too long for them to want to do something about it. But at least this has not been in the game for even 2 weeks. So I think that's one argument they would make as to why they took action onto this.
But they did take care of the Goblin Bow and weapons for the EFK.
Yeah.
So I don't know, there's a little bit of hope in there so that they will fix it. I don't like that it's the fastest. If it was like the same as PP, okay. So you can choose whether you want to do this or PP, as it is quite good money, but...
I think it should be less XP per hour than Pyramid Plunder, to be honest, just because of the money that you make from it and the lack of skill or any... I don't even know what the word to use is. It's just an easy training method.
Yeah, but we did vote for the 10% boosts. So...
What were heroes...
What
was the hero's XP per hour before this?
Probably like...
I've never thought to test it.
80.
80?
No. It should be more than that.
The thing is...
Gloves of Silence.
The thing is, the fucking 10% boost isn't what's even causing it. It's a fucking other diarrhea war that fucked up. It has nothing to do with the cape.
As a bug.
It has nothing to do with the cape, and that's the only reason I think they'll fix it. If it was like an oversight, like Seer's agility, where, oh, we're adding this teleport in, but it also happens as a side effect to cause this. But on the other hand, I think this is like complete, like, just fucking mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, John C.
Alright. So, on the most recent Q&A, ModMattK was quoted saying that if you have two-step email and an authenticator on your account is 100% secure. How accurate do you think that statement is?
0%, because you can just disable it if you have your email. It's I was shocked when I first tried to disable it that it was so easy, because after Trance got hacked, I went to try it out myself, and it was super easy just to disable it through your email. Like the login for my RuneScape is my email, so if they have that already, they can hack my email. And
I would recommend you change. I would recommend you change that.
Yeah, especially after this podcast.
Tomato 69.
But yeah, it's real easy to disable the authenticator, and it's definitely not 100% safe.
ModMattK says like the most of the people that got hacked were getting hacked through their emails getting hacked, and then he would suggest using like two-step on your emails, but I think Trance didn't get his email hacked, so I don't know what's going on there.
Someone posted, they put up like a video on YouTube, and someone put the video on YouTube. Then Ronan replied saying that what he said was true for like 99% of people, and then he said like, you can also get hacked by giving a substantial amount of information to the recovery team, and there's nothing they can do about about how much information you have out there or something like that. So I mean, for most people, if you have that, you'll be fine, but I guess if there's a substantial amount of information that somebody can get a hold of you, they could impersonate you.
I mean, 99%, that's like 500 people getting screwed.
That was what Ronan said on Reddit, I think. I don't remember the exact quote. I should have looked it up.
Well, I like that from Ronan a whole lot more.
Huh?
I like when you said, well, Ronan said that for 99% of people, like, they're good, and like you would have to like submit a substantial amount of information to like impersonate someone. That could be a way that someone would get hacked. I think that's a much it's a much less ignorant statement.
Yeah, but you got impersonated, right, Trance? After the Reddit post?
After what Reddit post?
the RC month.
I got
And
hacked like
then
3 weeks after that.
yeah. But you showed off, like you showed your wealth, and then all of a sudden you get hacked. Like that's it. The same happened to the guy with the 5K Zora tab. Got hacked too. Right after he like posted the loot tab.
He got hacked in a different way.
Yeah, he got hacked in a different way, but I mean, still got hacked. But I don't know.
The thing that makes us think that whole thing's like worthless is that the only case study we've got to go off is Trance, and in our terms, 100% of the people who have Authenticator have gotten hacked, regardless of having it or not. Which is the reason I always thought that it was just useless to have. I've not even got Authenticator on this account.
It's only
Right,
good
that's
in
going
the
a bit
case
far.
where somebody knows your password, and that's all
Yeah.
they know.
But if they are doing this more advanced stuff where they're tweeting the mods about it, the Jagex Sports stuff, then sure it's easier to get through it because you've got access to a wider pool of information.
Yeah, I think it's pretty ignorant of him to go out and say that, really, especially after some of the things that have happened, especially with Trance's hacking as well. They've made it seem like almost incredibly easy just to hack an account or fake an identity. So for him to go out and say that it's 100% safe and claim that you won't ever get hacked, blah, 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 is pretty ignorant and pretty rude, in my opinion.
It's Mod Mike K, what the hell did you expect?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a
Some
good,
level of professionalism, I expect.
that's a good way to lead into this next the next topic. What are your guys' thoughts on 0% commission staking being legal, illegal? I don't even know what the fuck it is. ModMatt K was quoted saying, "Commission staking is against the rules, whether it's for money or not. You will be banned. However, if you do 0% commission staking, that is okay as long as you're legit." The hell's even going on with that statement?
He basically contradicts himself in his own statement. Like, first he says that commission staking is against the rules, whether for money or not for money, but then goes on to say that 0% commission staking is okay when that is not for money as well. Like, just one big contradiction right there. And
Yeah.
as I was saying before, I guess shouldn't expect so much from ModMatt K.
Better.
Expect nothing of Mod Matt K and you'll never be surprised.
Sounds like a good attitude.
I still expect nothing, but I was still surprised. I found it quite humorous. I
How
do.
did he manage to keep a straight face saying that?
he,
Did it not click in his head that
he's
oh,
probably
wait, I just said
practiced a
something
whole
retarded?
lot in the mirror, just not focusing on anything, just eyeballing himself in the mirror saying it. But
Ugh.
I do
like a
think that
fucking
0%
scrotum.
commission staking should be illegal because I know that a lot of people that do it are like they're scamming in one way or the other, and I think that it's stupid as hell for a 0% commission staking, and they should be banned.
I think a lot of the people that do commission staking, like, they have like no reason to do it other than either wanting popularity for no fucking reason on Twitch and just to scam people. And the majority of the time, it's just to scam people. So I don't know why the fuck you would allow it. Maybe like you can allow it, as in you can do it for friends or some shit, but you don't allow them to stream it or something. I don't know.
That would be a really gray area because I mean, what would like you would have to then define what is a friend, and I don't know.
Like, if you-
I think it would be really hard to monitor if it was like that. I just think it should be completely
Yeah.
against the rules.
Yeah, what Randy said. I mean, if it's a friend, you can just add him on your friends list, and it could be, in quotations, a friend. But I mean,
Yeah, I'd rather remove it completely. Yeah.
yeah, if you were like to have friends with you, like 5 people on a webcam, and you would do it like that, then it's okay. I mean, but not in game. No, that should be illegal because of the risk of people actually scamming it. Like, you could do it for 10 mil, sure, you gain people trust, and then someone gives you a 200 mil and you end the stream, see ya. I mean, Yeah. Should be banned.
That statement came from the #1 Hexis member, victim of scams and lures, so I would agree with it.
Knows what he's talking about.
He knows his shit, he does.
I actually just saw this on like Twitch and Reddit yesterday. Some guy named Blocks who apparently has like an old RS3 player or something. He had like 10,000 YouTube subs, and people
Yeah.
trusted him.
Oh yeah, I
and
know
scammed
him. Yeah. What?
And
Did
like,
Block scam him?
yeah,
Yep.
apparently he scammed like 200 mil. He got banned on Twitch, and he might get banned on RS now.
Yeah,
Oh,
what he did
shit.
was they're really clever about it,
What a
kind of,
dick.
because they have like very clever ways to scam people, and a lot of people don't even notice they get fucking scammed. Like sometimes they'll end the stream for a second, they will cerebrew the fuck up, go into a stake with less stats, and lose to a friend, and they would split that money. Or they will have an overlay that makes them show that their plates, like in the case of Blocks, what he did was he had an overlay that made it look like he checked off chest pieces in the stake, but it was actually on. And in the stake, he would use his cursor to cover the body of the character he was attacking, so you wouldn't even see the plate.
That is
People
so
figured it out.
dirty.
Yeah, that's what they do.
He was a scummy player when he played RS, pre-EOC as well, because what he'd do is he'd just do AFK 200 metals and dice on his
Unorthodox
other account
training.
and real-world trade.
Yeah, I like his
Yeah.
videos though, but I mean, yeah, it's if you do that and work with overlays, you should be banned from RuneScape.
He's really sneaky.
Yeah,
I really hate that last part where you can do it as long as 0%. It's like you can double people's money as long as you give their money back, kind of thing. Those
Yeah,
scams where
yeah.
like double their
In
money. Like
essence,
it's
yeah.
kind of the same thing. Yeah, one person out of 100 might actually double your money if you get lucky, but
I'm doubling
most of them
money.
are gonna scam you.
yeah. When people did that in 2011, 12, they just tried to gain your trust. I got a lot of mails of those people like saying doubling money, but like you give them.
I'm not surprised that you were doing that.
No, I got a lot of money off of them. Well, I mean,
This sounds better coming from you.
well, I gave them 200 to 500k, and I always got my double bump money back. And just said TY, and I walked away. I didn't get scammed that way, man. Carry on. Trance,
What?
got anything to say?
Did your voice just crack?
It's such a hope attempt to take attention off you.
Alright, have any of you guys ever staked on RuneScape? And if so, what was your biggest stake?
I stake way too much in RSC, so I'm not going to talk about that. But in 07, I'd probably say my biggest stake was 100 mil. But
Did you win?
yeah, I did. But like, it was really awful, the reasons I had to stake that big. Because whenever I went staking in 07, I would always lose first. I ended up, like, in total from staking, I probably made like 50 mil. I didn't lose money in the end, but I would have, like, I probably went down to 20 mil net value, like, 4 times from, like, 400 mil from staking, and it was not worth the anxiety.
Lord.
For me, after I got lured and lost my bank, I started staking, tried to make money that way, tried to rebuild it. So I had like 2 mil, I made 20 mil, and then I lost it all. At 0. Then I quit for 4 months. So, not doing that again.
So, yeah. So, I haven't done any staking in old school, but in RS3, the biggest stake I ever did was an Elysian plus 100 mil, which was like 750 mil at the time.
Pussy
I was like
shit.
I was like big into staking back then, but I've learned now, and I don't stake at all. Stay away from the arena; it's a bad place.
Did you win
guys.
that stake?
Terrible. No, unfortunately, I lost that stake.
He said
Yeah,
stay away from the duel arena, guys. After seeing how
Yeah.
big of a stake he did, I think he lost it.
Yeah, stay away. It's a bad place.
Never staked.
Good boy.
Neither have I.
I staked probably a handful of times. My biggest stake was against Goku, And this was right after MLAs were released, so it was like late summer. MLAs was like 300 each at the time. It was like the day of or the day after MLAs was released. And Goku had 200k MLAs. And for one reason or another, we convinced each other to stake my 60 mil versus 200k MLAs. And we started the duel. We were boxing, like just a straight up box. Um, and we started. Oh, and I had the advantage on him as well. Like I think he had 90 defense. I don't know how much of a factor it was, but he had like 90 defense and like 94 attack or some shit like that. I don't know if that makes a difference when boxing or not. He didn't have 99 hit points either. But one reason or another, he decided to bet 200k MLAs to 60 mil. I took
What
it.
the fuck?
What? MLAs was
What
only.
was the price of Amulets back then?
They were only 300 each.
300.
Holy shit.
So
That much
That's
Amulets
about-
is 250 mil now.
shit, it's probably closer to like 280.
That's
It's
fucking
280.
crazy.
But
It's
okay, so we started off the duel, and I hit Goku for like an 8. Started off right away, and then he hit me for a 0. I hit him for like a 3. So like I was up by like 10 to 12 hit points, and I was feeling real fucking good. And it went all downhill from there, and I lost and I lost 60 mil to Goku.
Shit.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a really good bet on my end. The odds were in my favor. The money was in my favor, and just overall, I thought it was a good investment.
Was this
on
before you'd maxed?
No, this was well after. It was like in this last summer, like August or
Alright.
August-ish. And yep, got wrecked.
Brutal.
All right. How much PVM have you guys done on old school so far?
I did the diary requirements, and I had to kill like 230 Calphi queens. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm the same pretty much. I haven't done much PVM. I've done pretty much everything that was required in the diaries. So that was God Wars dungeon bosses, wilderness bosses, and Calphi Queen. But I enjoyed PVM when I played RS3, so I'm considering getting back into it a little bit here and there, just for a bit of variety and a bit of fun.
But I haven't done any PVMing. Well, if you count Slayer as PVMing, it is PVM basically. But I haven't done any bossing. I did the diaries. I did the 64 Calphi Queens it took. But other than that, I don't think I've done any PVMing in OSRS.
Most of the PVM I did was Zora, and I stopped after that. The first time I think I mentioned my KC was like 1800 overall my accounts, and it's still not changed at all. I've done probably like sub 100 of many other bosses, but not many, like not enough to be noteworthy. That's gonna change though.
Okay, alright. So this is from Jeet. Did Lynx Titan encourage the use of alts more than anyone else could have?
Yeah, I think as a player in the game, he's probably had the most influence on the use of alts. But I think the biggest influence was being able to make money on the side whilst you progress your main account as well. Yeah, I think that's like the biggest attraction to having an alt. Plus, some people enjoy that kind of playstyle as well, so that's a little bit of an attraction as well. But yeah, Lynx Titan as a player has had the biggest impact on it.
The biggest encouragement is the fact that they encourage it. Jagex, I mean, when they made the rule, when they changed the rule on multi-logging, they basically said, we want you to have more than one account to get more money. Which I don't blame them. I mean, I'm still not gonna use alt. I just don't want to. I'm not gonna I don't shame people as much as I used to for using alts. I understand it. I guess yeah, as a player, Lynx has just because kind of like the scariest in a way. I don't know how many people will actually say I started using alts because Lynx Titan did, but he was using alts even before they changed the rule. He was already making money on old school on Lynx Titan account and then transferring to RS3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, he was doing that shit before it was even allowed.
That wasn't a rule. It was
He also used alts to boost stealing creation to get bonus XP on
That's
R3
actually
as well.
still against the rules, though.
For crafting and another one.
At the time, yeah.
No. I just want to touch on back when like he was rune crafting on Lynx Titan. They allowed you to play on multiple games. Like you could play on old school, you could play on RS3, and you could transfer your money from old school to RS3, and there would be no rules broken in the process.
Yeah, but he wasn't rune crafting on Forsberg 888. He was rune crafting on Lynx Titan.
Yeah, but they allowed you to play an RS3 and old school account at the same time, though.
Yeah.
I know, and you could always play two RS3 accounts as long as they never met for a while, right? Or is that all one day they did that?
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know. I do remember the first day they changed it, people were flaming. People were talking about it on the high-level or not high-level forums, on just the forums, and John C said, people who have like an account funding their main will still get banned, and then like the next day they clarified on that and said that you can't absolutely do that.
As long as the GP was not botted or real world traded.
It was fucking Dragon Seance who started this whole use another account to fund your main bullshit amongst the high-level players on RS3 though. I remember Jebrim having a rant about it in one of his videos. He's the first one who sort of endorsed it and just became a trend to compete, and they were still doing it when it wasn't allowed.
I would love to listen to a Jebrim rant about it. It's probably a quality video.
I would have to agree with most of the people here. Yeah, Lynx Titan definitely encouraged most people to use alts as a moneymaker, but as for having an alternative account just for fun, I think Alken would be the biggest source because of his videos. He always shows that he plays on different accounts. He's like now he's comping again, I think. But
apparently so.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Lynx Titan definitely encouraged most people to use alt as a moneymaker, and I don't think he encouraged people to do Nightmare Zone 6 hours. But
I do.
He certainly encouraged one
I
guy.
blame him for the death of
yeah, that's true.
Fucking
But I don't think
I don't know who the hell this sick nerd is, but it's not my Adam.
It's not my hat.
Yeah, I don't think he's the main encouragement for Nightmare Zone 6 hours. I think that's more people. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, really.
I don't think he's the guy that I don't think Forsberg himself encouraged it that much. I think it would have just happened anyway. I think Forsberg just takes it to the next level and just does it for just knocking out every single viable, and people just oh wow, the guy does it, it's probably worth doing as well. I don't know, I think it would have happened anyway.
That's an encouragement though.
What are your guys' thoughts on an old school RuneScape high level forums?
I would like it if it was how it was before, when it was just a few people. Well, I can't say how it was like before because I wasn't really there when it was really starting out, but from what I hear, when it started out in RS2 was that they would actually listen to a lot of the feedback that high-level players would give them when it came to updates, especially when it came to skilling updates and all that stuff. So I think something like that would be good. Maybe John C gets feedback from other people on how we should balance some shit, but if it's gonna be AIDS how RS2 is, RS3's high-level forums is now, then probably not. But that's probably because there's just too many people max on there now.
Yeah, I'd definitely love to see high-level forums for old school. Back when I played RS3, I was always like jealous of all the people that had access to the high-level forums and always like wanted to know what was going on and what was being said and stuff. But I definitely think it's a good platform for the old school team to get feedback from players that love the game and from players that are actually like really knowledgeable about the game. Having several minds thinking and helping out at the same time is better than just having one person thinking and trying to do all the work. So I definitely would like to see that.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but what would be the minimum requirement? Max?
Max is how it
Yeah,
was.
for sure.
Like, yeah, maybe
I mean, a lot of
2200.
us don't really get along that well, so I don't know how productive it would actually be.
Well, it would be like maybe John C. posting about how he wants something, and then people would just give him comments, and then it wouldn't really be people arguing that much, I guess.
Well, yeah, if it was just a survey for us to fill in, like
But it wouldn't be like
how
that,
would, no, but if John C were to post like he wants to make a table, and he gives us some like information how many people could be able to do it, how many resources per day would come into the game, how many are going out, like we could discuss all that with, I don't know, what is it, like 50, 60 people right now? And if everyone were to give some input into that shit, it would be, I would like it to just discuss it.
I'll probably take the same stance as Trance and say that I wouldn't be opposed to it, but there is the definite issue that a lot of the Max community don't get along with each other. Also, I think that if you were to do something like Matto just suggested, a lot of it would be subject to bias, because a lot of the Max players are either like Hexis or Slay Stars. And of course, if you got enough, and if it was a final like,
And Soulless.
questionnaire for whatever.
Soulless, yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
what was
like
that?
2.
Yeah, all two of them, Now and the other guy, what's his name? Yeah. I just think it'd be a bit... I wouldn't care, to be honest. I wouldn't use it.
If it was there, you'd probably use it and read it.
I would at
Because
least
nothing else to
least
do.
lurk
it'll
on
get
it.
commentated anyway. People will just be like, oh, talk about it on the Hexis offsite, talk about it in the CC, or be on Reddit or anywhere. I mean, I'll come across it eventually. It's not something I really
Exactly.
give a shit about.
I'd probably lurk on it on a regular basis. But I don't really think it'd be successful, just because they just really don't give a shit. And I'd be okay with it. Wouldn't use it though, aside from lurking. I wouldn't expect it to be good.
Well, to be fair, that all the Max people don't get along is probably a good thing, because if everyone were to get along, you would get
I would
you would get the
I would
same
love to have
opinion.
all of the conflicting opinions and stuff like that. I think that would make for good
It would make an
conversation.
interesting. Yeah, exactly.
How long were you guys playing RuneScape before you became a member for the first time?
Probably around a year. I was really newbie when I was like fucking 10 years old. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I probably didn't even know members existed for a very long time until I tried to go past Falador into Taverley. I was like, oh shit, there's more to the game. But I'd say probably a year. I might be wrong though, because I really don't remember.
Yeah, if we're talking way back when, it was like at least like a year and a half of me just playing free to play when I was like 11 or 12, and then eventually moving on up.
Yeah, mine probably about the same. I can't exactly remember, but probably around a year or so, just playing F2P, and then I remember becoming a member. That like really sort of nostalgic feeling that, oh my god, there's so many new places to explore. That was pretty awesome. But yeah,
Yeah.
about a year or so.
I started playing in 2005, and the first time I became a member was 2008.
Holy
I've been a
shit!
free-to-play player for 3 years. The amount of times that I tried to get myself membership with my father's credit card is high, but didn't work out because I was like a little boy. But yeah, I've been a long-term free-to-play player. I was quite good back in the day, but I think I had like 70 base except for rune crafting. But yeah, free-to-play was an awesome time. But once I became a member, I've never turned back.
I played for about 6 months or so before I became a member. I started playing in like the summer of what is that, 2006? Yeah, I think so. And I ended up getting membership for Christmas, and since then I've never played without membership, but about 6 months.
Probably about 6 months as a group of about 12 kids who all started playing it in grade 5, about 2006. And the highest level kid that we used to play with got membership for a month, and we were just like, oh shit, we all want it now, we all want it. And I remember he gave me a month of membership, and it was great. And then as soon as it run out, I was like, what the hell? This is so free to play, so shit. So I didn't play. And then when I picked the game up again in probably 2009, I got membership then, and it's still reoccurring to this day. So I've been paying about what 60 pounds a year for just under 6 years now. It's good.
RuneScape is a pretty cheap hobby.
It
Yeah.
is.
Like 5p a day, isn't it?
It's a free hobby for me.
Yeah.
It's a free
My
hobby
mum
now they
still
have
pays
battle
for it.
staves dailies.
Man, you're getting so much from that shit a day. It's like 170K a day. It's insane.
You will never run out of membership as long as you buy those every single day and buy bonds with the profit.
Yeah, is this is cheap. It's a nice cheap hobby. All right, someone wants to hear our guys' thoughts on the upcoming 2015 Clan Cup.
In the previous Clan Cup, I wasn't around because I quit for a few months. But I've seen the results from Hexis, and they all won every single fucking contest. But seeing as Slators has gained a lot more new players and Solus has gained quite a few players, I'm interested to see what the competition will be, and if people. I believe that Solus came very close last year with some contests, right?
Oh, hell yeah. They did.
Yeah.
Fishing, I
Two
believe.
of, well, the fishing one
Like
we
fishing
had,
and woodcutting
fishing
were
one we
like
had half the people AFK in it. The wood cutting one, they were like 97, 98% of what we had. I think there was
Okay.
one other one that they were really close as well, besides the fishing.
Yeah, they dropped out on one, I believe, right?
Their thieving one was bad because they didn't have enough people who were able to like
Blackjack.
blackjack
Yeah.
real
They
well.
had Lord Speed doing it, didn't they? And he couldn't wield the blackjack because he's level 3.
Oh. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, I'd be interested to see like the competition this year, because the competition last year was pretty good, but not as good as I expected it to be. But yeah, I'm real keen.
What month was it in last year?
It was
August.
like July and August of last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, I guess. I mean, I love some competition like this, and hopefully we can keep the title of winning each one.
That would be very nice. I'm
Statue.
really looking forward to this year's, and I wonder if they're gonna kind of make it the same as how they did last year. I wonder what kind of tweaks that they may make. I wonder if they may actually test their content before having us do it as well.
You can see.
I would like to see a little some modifications. Like for fishing, I would like to see barbarian fishing. I think that adds a degree of difficulty to it. I don't
Was
know.
3 and
But
4
they did
taking
that shit
around
with you get
back
like the
then?
little rock in your inventory instead of like a random fish.
Well, what if you could have it operate the same like as like the fish from barb fishing?
I don't know. I don't think they would
I don't think
care
that
about that.
I don't think so either. I wonder if they're gonna have it exactly the same as last year.
Yeah, probably.
Is it confirmed though? Is it?
There has not been any announcement about it yet. It's still too early, but all signs point to there being another one because they
Okay,
had
cool.
Clan Cups the last 2 years. Obviously, Skillin was only on first time for last year, but I think the Skillin Cup's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a whole lot of competition, and I think it should be a whole lot of fun.
1 hour of pickpocketing heroes. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm
Did
the
you guys get
same.
XP for
Take
it
part.
too?
No, you did not get XP. It
What the
was
fuck?
it was a 1 hour commitment for whoever
That was
participated.
the best part.
1 hour of skilling without getting XP. I don't know.
Yeah.
1 hour of mining without XP, mate.
Yep.
Yeah,
Vortex
it was the
fishing
funnest
was
time.
worse.
you participated, didn't you, Case?
Yeah, I
Mining.
did 2 events, I think. Mining and
Woodcutting,
woodcutting, I did.
mining.
Yeah, that was the biggest fun. I had so much fun doing that, and I'm definitely looking forward to this year's Skilling Cup if they do decide to bring it out. I had a load of fun. Competition is like one of the biggest drives in this game, and I thrive off that, and I enjoy competition as well. But yeah, looking forward to what they bring out this year, and hopefully, as Randy said, they can tweak it or add something different, or even if it's like changing up the design of the arena, like something small like that would be really awesome to see, and I can't wait.
Reindeer hats are gonna make it pretty interesting.
What other skills do you think they may or could potentially add to the Skilling Cup? I don't really think there's much that they could do, but
Farming, but you
Was
gotta
there
wait
agility?
there for 12 hours.
Was there agility?
no, there was no
No,
agility.
it's too easy.
To be
I
fair,
think rune crafting would be cool to see.
yeah,
They
if
can
they were
release
like,
the GE, of course, as a fucking clan cup arena for agility.
Oh man.
to be
It'd be
fair,
cool, like if they put more work into it, I mean, this is a lot of work if they want to do something like this. Where I would like it if you got to like think on your feet more, where they can
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you get like they put you in a random room, and there's like different skills or like you know because like we knew each week what skill was gonna be this skill of the week or whatever. I don't know. I kind of would like it if there was everybody who was there had to be capable of doing each skill that was handed to them. You know what I mean? Whereas like when I did woodcutting, I couldn't do hunter because I was only like 80 hunter.
yeah.
If I don't know. I mean, it makes sense for
But-
them to do that because of that reason. But
Yeah, and sort of different input on that is maybe make like a different agility arena. Like if there were to be like an agility week, that you would make a whole new course just for that clan cup. You would have to find out the exact like way to go through the course, the best way, and do
Oh,
that in
yeah.
an hour. Or like for rune crafting, you would have to go through like, do you have to go left or right or whatever? Just find out, and then see who gets the best rates. And yeah, something like that. Be nice. I'll have like I don't know, 20 ores. Find out which is the best ores, and then see from there. Something like that, maybe. Not
yeah,
like
with
something
Quarry,
you already know.
They had the same layout as Quarry with the 2 granite, 2 sandstone.
Hey, they didn't even have it
Full
set. They
granite.
didn't even have that layout actually
Yeah,
set up
yeah,
correctly. I had to have some. I was talking with Ash, and I was sending him pictures on how I believe it should have been set up, and didn't really hear any complaints on it. But like when they originally were doing it, they had like these random granite just
It would be
things just
more
all
of a competition,
scattered
though.
over.
Like if you already know the pattern, it's just basically do whatever you have to do for mining. Just you already know the patterns. If you're there and you have like 7 different spots, you don't know which one is the best. So you have to kind of figure it out.
They didn't even just have like they had like magic trees and runite rocks in there too. So they didn't
Yeah,
they,
it
they
was
didn't
great.
just have the most efficient methods.
So like kind of like the resource area.
Yeah.
Kind of. And they had
Yeah.
like swordfish and
It's like
sharks.
in one way you had to go in there and find out what the most efficient method was for doing it.
Yeah, that's more of a competition than of doing whatever.
But everyone knew what everything was.
Yeah.
Did Sathon start cutting the yew trees?
No. We did AFK all the fishing though.
Everyone did, but that was because the outcome was already
Yeah.
determined.
I really enjoyed it because I only took part in the fishing one, and it was at like midnight my time. I've been up for like 20 hours, and I just couldn't be asked doing anything else than 5-ticking it. But it was so fun.
Did you
I really did
participate
enjoy
in the
competing.
first one? The first or the
No,
second?
I didn't.
Oh, so you were just thrown in there
But
just to
yeah.
be there?
Well, the original team of 5 all sort of got scattered, didn't they? Because Lelador couldn't do it. Wake wasn't about at the time. He was doing other stuff, and we just sort of had to scrape the barrel. It was me and Razor were doing it, for Christ's sake.
I think
Sort of
Leia was
AFK'd
there.
it. Huh?
Yep.
Wasn't Leia there? I remember Leia was like 82
Nah.
thieving. He was gonna do the thieving one, and I was like, no, I'll do thieving, you do fishing.
I don't really remember too
Yeah,
well.
Leia was going to do it, but someone stole his place.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but shout out
Alright,
to
moving
King
on.
Dino's amazing video of the fishing cup.
Fishing cup
Definite
catastrophe.
work. 10 out of 10.
Alright, so apparently black chins are 2k each right now, and it's
Yep.
about 1.2 mil GP per hour. That's a lot of fucking money. What do you guys think about black chins being that much and Hunter being 1.2 mil an hour?
On a side note, that's about 1.2 build to 200 mil.
Holy shit.
Damn. I think it's great. That's awesome. I'm not really sure what's caused them to go up this much, but I'm liking it so far. And hopefully they stay like that because I feel like doing some hunting now. So, yeah.
Let's go, Chris.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing for me because I still need to get Hunter, and if I can get Hunter, and the money will make it a bit better. I really don't understand why the fuck they're 2k each. Like, I understand people are doing the red chin area for some fucking reason with the diary awards because it's quote-unquote private, but it's not really private. Maybe that's why.
I really don't like that either.
Yeah, but I don't understand why the fuck anyone would buy them for 2k each. Like, red chins are 1.2k each. and
Holy
black chins
shit.
Black chins are 2k each. Like, what kind of... How rich do you have to fucking be to justify using black chins? I don't understand.
Could be price manipulation, though.
By the way, having more people doing red chins would actually decrease black chins because more people would use red chins for ranged if there was so many out there.
That's why I don't understand the price. It's so fucking weird.
I mean, I guess it's just summer. I mean, there's more people playing now, especially like a lot of the new people who are playing, who just started playing within the past few months, are PKers who are coming back to do that, and they need to get ranged up, I guess.
Something like that, yeah. Same for PVMing gear. It's rising like a shit ton at the moment.
2k each though for black chins, I just find that insane. I think if they were 1k each from like if you're actually using them for range, I think 1k each would be expensive. Fucking 2k each. I mean it really makes Hunter very attractive. I just don't understand why they cost so much.
I think Festival is a bit sad that he didn't keep his all of his black chins to 200 mil.
What are your guys' thoughts on OS Buddy getting permission from Jagex to make the escape key automatically close your bank?
He only said it on stream, so we're just going off that. There's no like official announcement that they're doing it.
Oh, I was talking with one of the developers in TeamSpeak about a week ago.
You have to sneak that in there.
Yeah.
Well, it is technically injection, which is something they've always said a clients cannot do, or I don't know why they gave them permission. Or if they'll even do it. I don't know if they'll even do it. They just have permission to do it. But the fact that they have permission to do it is scary in that it is injection. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling.
I don't know how that will work because F1 to F12 only goes to emotes and it skips logout, I believe. And I don't know what else, what other hotkey they would use for
Escape.
inventory.
Alright, what?
It would only be for when your
Escape-
bank is open.
Escape opens inventory, and F1 to F12 opens stats to emotes without logout. So I don't know
Yeah,
how,
but like it would
what-
close.
what-
I'm sure the escape would work if your bank
Oh yeah,
interface is up.
of course.
That's
Yeah.
how you would.
Yeah, I guess. I already use AHK for it, so I guess I don't really care too much. It's just a different shortcut, and it would be a legit diagonal. I would vote yes for it.
You're not voting anything. It's coming anyway.
I said I would vote yes for it.
But no, it's not
I'm not
OS Buddy.
saying. Oh wait,
They're
OS
not gonna
buddy.
vote for it.
Oh.
They're not putting it
Awesome.
on the official game. They're gonna put it on OS Buddy potentially, and you have to use OS Buddy to have that feature.
Oh no, then I wouldn't like it because that would give an advantage to players who don't want to use OS Buddy, like Ging and Dreamy and shit like that.
There's already a huge advantage for people who use it.
Yeah, true, but I mean, this would be a way bigger advantage.
Well, the
because
people who don't use it just don't care.
I don't know. ModMac says OSBuddy gives no advantages at all. And I trust ModMac's judgment. I don't know what you guys are trying to say.
Face palming.
Yeah. Did ModMac say that?
Who the fuck else would say that?
Yeah, I don't know. He knows jack shit about this game.
Someone who's been dropped on their head, or ModMac would say that.
So both.
I'm kind of indifferent to that update with OS Buddy. I don't really know what to think of it. I guess it's only going to make banking slightly quicker at the moment, so I don't see too many problems with it. But yeah, I kind of just don't know what to think really.
I personally would like it, but the implications it has of just OS them giving permission for OSBuddy to do something like that is kind of fucked up. That's sort of an advantage that people would have to vote in to the game. They just gave the green light for them to bypass all those voting procedures and just make it into the game through a client. I don't know, it's kind of silly the way it's getting implemented. I would rather it get pulled through the game and then it would be an in-game feature rather than being a client-only thing.
I don't really have a strong opinion either way. I'd be okay if it came. If it didn't, things would be just fine as well. I wouldn't like that you would have to use Orion to get that advantage because, shit, there's already enough people talking shit about the client. I don't want to give them more ammo.
Shitter.
I don't want to give them more ammo.
Giving an unfair advantage, Randy.
Huh?
That's such a stupid thing to say because it already gives it quite a.
I said
fucking
even
big
more,
advantage. Yeah.
like you don't use it, and for whatever reason, you just don't like to.
Because it's stupid.
Nah, he's a Gingbino copycat. That's the only thing he isn't
I'm not a
using.
copycat for having my own view on the fucking Orion client.
OS Buddy, mate.
Yeah,
OS Buddy.
whatever, Trickool.
I've not used it since it changed its name. It just got a bit over the top.
All right, how do you guys feel about about the polling system and how we can vote on content, but we have very little say about how it is balanced? Would this affect your votes on drop table reworks, knowing that they are on John C's discretion, who has a bad track record? Like when they said, "Do you want us to buff the Wyvern
Delta
drop
Wyverns.
table, that's all it said was, do you want us to buff it? It didn't say to what extent. When they said, do you want us to buff the Calphite Queen table, it didn't say to what extent. And I'm sure we could agree that the Wyverns have a very generous drop table, whereas the Calphite Queen, you're lucky to break even doing it.
I think
Yeah.
it's pretty stupid. How like the way it impacts the game is like out of your control. Like let's say for the snake boss, for example, people voted that in. They wanted a new boss. They voted on their rewards, but they had no say on how fucking OP the other drops would be. How game break, like how much it would just change the entire game in terms of like how much seeds cost, how much planks cost. Construction through mahogany planks is almost the same price as oak planks. It makes no fucking sense, and we had no vote on that. All we had to vote on was whether we want a new boss, which people were gonna vote yes for, and whether we wanted the unique items, which people did vote yes for, not on any of the other shit. It doesn't make any sense to me. And like when there's, let's say with Hellhounds, for example, they drops absolutely nothing. Like I wouldn't mind them dropping something, like maybe some rune change or some shit, but I'll probably vote no to a rework just because I don't fucking trust John C. And he'll just make it OP as fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of like an additional note to the high-level forums that we discussed earlier. I would like it to see more widely discussed. Like, I would like to see John C. maybe post like some things on Twitter, like. Do you think like show the drop table beforehand before actually having to hotfix some things after a while? But yeah, a bit more of discussion with the people before it has to go to like you've all seen the graph for Torstal seeds and magic seeds. It's just
Palms.
palms, yeah, all that kind of
Calquat
stuff. It's
seeds.
just, yeah, it's just not good.
Yeah, I definitely agree that we need to have like more of a say in how it's balanced. I think this is where sort of the high level forums can come into like good help, where we could give our opinions on what we think. For example, what we think the Zulrah GP an hour rate should be. And we should have an option where we'd vote on, we don't want it to be more than 1.2 mil GP an hour, etc., etc. Just having that little more of a say and a little more of an influence would definitely go a long way with the players, I think. And it would stop the amount of, overpowered drop tables, sort of, yeah. How they're sort of buffing them, but they're buffing them too much.
Well,
Yeah, I definitely think
that doesn't
more
go for
say.
every single monster, as I was saying. Like, Calphite Queen has been buffed twice, and it's still ass.
I know, but that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like every time it got voted yes on for a buff, John C. had free reign to do whatever the fuck he wanted, and that's fucking scary. I don't fucking trust him. He could have made it OP as fuck. I'm just glad he didn't make it OP as fuck. I'd rather it be like.
To me, he kind of seems pretty inconsistent just because of how he's handled the Calphite Queen twice. It's
Especially if you compare it to something like Zulrah as well.
yeah.
Zulrah is easier to kill and is like at least 3 times the GP per hour.
Oh,
that Calphite Queen is.
it's at least
At
10
least.
times.
Oh, I think his
Yeah.
justification for Wyverns being better money than Calphite Queen was that Wyverns had higher requirements.
Yeah, it's
I don't
dumb
fucking
line.
understand.
I think that's a bad thing to say because I believe in the upcoming like Slayer rework, like when they do adjust Hellhounds. Well, I don't even think that's an official Slayer monster, is it?
It's
Hellhounds?
unofficial.
It's like Black Demons. It's just unofficial.
All right, yeah. I just went through the Slayer tab just to make sure.
Even if it was like were to drop, I don't know, like a good Snapdragon seed every once in a while, or I don't know, a rune
Rune
dagger
chains.
whatsoever, a rune Mad Helm, whatever. Yeah, like rune chains, like the same drop table as a black demon. That would be nice, just to have those like, and at least something, because you're just slaying it, and once in a while you get a hard clue scroll, and you just see it there, like nice, nice clue scroll, bro, and then you carry on with your task. It's just balance are ridiculous.
You were talking about black demons. I heard that there's a lot of support for a rework on black demons.
No, mate.
I think from the people who are arguing for their drop table to be buffed, they're just like, oh, it's a really expensive Slayer task. They take forever. Like, if you're using a cannon, it's a very expensive Slayer task. They have no rewarding drops, and if you're not slaying it efficiently, it takes so fucking long that they don't drop shit. And
okay, it's a 37k Slayer XP per hour. That's EHP rate. Second,
Way above.
They drop quite a bit of rune chains and
they do
rune
drop a
mats
handful
and,
of rune chains and rune
yeah,
shit.
yeah, and they drop.
I think the
they
Black
drop,
Demon's drop table is fine. I don't know why people are wanting to get it reworked. I'd be okay with them redoing the Hellhounds. I'd be a little hesitant.
I think it's kind of silly how Hellhounds
Yeah,
drop nothing but bones. But
yeah.
I don't want them
they don't
to
even
buff
drop
it up.
bones now with Bone Crusher, so it's just a clue scroll every once in a while.
That must be so weird to see.
Yeah, but yeah, for the Black Demons, now you also get Renar weeds, so it kind of pays for.
Oh yeah. That's something I didn't even think about before.
So, yeah, it's not. Black Demons are an okay task. It's the most AFK-able task in the game. People
I took a shower
can...
doing Black Demons. It was great.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but yeah, it's the most AFK-able task. It's HP 101.
HP, AFK, it's handheld.
Yeah, it's
handful of drops.
Handful of drops, and you get the occasional Dragon Spear, which is good.
10 out of 10 task.
Yeah. No
Whenever you
rework,
see
please,
that.
Fancy.
People are also wanting to see Dark Beasts updated because it's a 90 Slayer wreck and isn't even like a third of the GP per hour as Wyverns. I think it would be very scary to see what potentially John C could do to those.
I mean, like things like those, I would want a slight upgrade, but not to the extent that they're willing to fucking do.
Like for Dark Beasts, even for like Hellhounds, like what kind of GP per hour would you guys be wanting to see them drop?
200k profit after cannonballs.
After cannonballs.
Yeah.
I would like.
I think
that's asking a lot.
Without
break even is more than enough.
If they were if you had like cannon and prayer potions, if you don't count them in, if it was like 400 to 500k an hour.
Yeah, like if you just only want to count their drops that they give, not including all the
like 400
money
to
you spend.
500.
But that's including Dark Bow, though.
Yeah, excluding Dark Bow.
Yeah.
But Dark Bow is still 512, so.
Dark Bow is shit.
I wonder if that would revive the use of Duradel, because with Neve giving 15 points per task now, there is literally no reason to use him at all.
Neither King Black Dragon tasks.
I would like for them to do like a poll on, like, what I didn't like is it like Kandarin or Western Provinces or something? I don't really know, but that's what gives Neve the bonus
Western,
points.
I think it is.
It's the elite thing. To me,
Yeah.
I just don't understand why Duradel didn't get a point buff for doing the elite Karamja.
Pretty difficult to wear a fire cape. You ever tried it?
But still, I don't like. I think Duradel should get a.
Yeah, but I do understand where you're coming from, because it's effectively made Duradel like completely not a dead content, where you would do it for like your 10th task and your 50th task for the point boost if you really cared about it. There is literally no incentive to do it at all unless you want Dark Beast, which on the occasion is a profit task / break even task.
And you have no chance of getting dags.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
The only good thing about him was how frequently he got Suqua, and even then it wasn't that frequent.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Jeet, what do you guys think about the Max Cape and Zaya? Probabilities of them coming this year. There's still a lot of work to do for Zaya, but what do you guys think?
I'm pretty excited for both of these updates, actually. Finally, the long-awaited Max Cape has started to be
Yes.
spoken about a little more on streams amongst the old school team, so I'm happy about that. But my expectation of the Max Cape is that it won't be released this year. They're only just starting to consider making it, so I definitely don't think it'll come this year. But I think Zaya will be late this year, and I'm very keen for that update. It's going to be huge, it's going to be exciting.
I just think of November for both of these piece of content. And yeah, I don't really care about either of them.
Well,
How can you not care about them?
Well, I don't even read what Zaya had to offer, and I don't need a Max Cape because people already know that I'm a big deal.
Speaking of probability about Maxscape, yes, I would think it would come in 2015. I think it will come October, November-ish, as they said it in a previous stream, if I remember correctly. For Zaya in 2015, I'm not quite sure. They have been postponing updates lately quite often. Well, the postponing was mainly for the Grand Exchange, which is understandable, but Resizable have been postponed, Diaries have been postponed, and turn out shit anyway. But Zia, with these updates for the Diaries and the results of bugs and shit, it's compared to Achievement Diaries and Zia, I think Zia will ruin the whole of old school RuneScape if they do not hire another Q&A tester, because that big a piece of content needs to be tested with at least 2 or 3 Q&A testers, or 2 Q&A testers without John C, in my opinion.
Damn.
Rude.
It's not rude, it's just my opinion.
Woofless.
Maxscape, I think will definitely come in 2015. Zaya, I think definitely will not come in 2015. I think that'll be like mid next year. Or
Wow.
okay, I think honestly,
it's like
I think at the
15, 16
earliest,
months
Zaya
from now.
Yeah, I think at earliest it will come like next February or something. I don't know why. I mean,
Wow.
based on the postponement of Diaries, now Resizable, they just keep pushing stuff back and pushing stuff back. I'm not mad at them. That happens, but they are, I think, a little bit underestimating it.
They just
we'll
are
see what
designing
happens.
it, so
And they said it's half the size of the current RuneScape map. So
75%, wasn't it?
yeah, I think I
50,
said half.
50% of the current
50? I
land.
thought it was 75.
Nah.
I think Maxscape will come out this year. I do also think Zia will come out next year. I think it'll come probably as like really early next year, probably around the same time Sneak Boss came out. I would think the Maxscape would come out towards the end of the year though. I really wish it came out sooner. I think it would encourage a lot more people to max, rather than just be something that people that are already max can show off. I think it encourages a lot of players to do more in the game.
People just worry about it giving like the best bonuses in the game, and they're gonna feel obliged to get it if they want to have the better hand when doing PVM or PKing or whatever the hell they want to do with it. And they used the emote excuse for a while, didn't they? And I don't know a single
like
max-
they wouldn't
I
let
don't know a single max player who said, God, the main thing I'm looking forward to maxing is the emote I get, or I would actually give a shit if the cape came with or without an emote.
I'd rather have it not have an emote.
I like how
To
Mod
be
Mac
fair-
is more eager for a fucking emote than we are.
To be fair, after seeing the diary emote, I kind of want a
diary
Mike's.
is very impressive and it does
Yeah.
look good, but
But to be
You
fair,
know-
I do want a Maxscape emote now because of the awesomeness of the diary
Well-
cape. I really love the emote. I really love it.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
there's
seen
a
the
cape.
Maxscape emote on ours too?
the
I'm in love
Maxscape
with it.
emote is just coming soon. Please wait, and we'll wait.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be anything
And
special.
you
It's
gotta
just be a cape that
scratch your
singles us
head
out.
when you do it.
Hey,
You should open a door and go outside.
I
But
go ahead.
as I was saying, going off what Matto was saying, I cannot wait to jump into Zaya and find out what kind of XP rates may or may not be intentional, but I'm going to assume it's intentional because it's in the game.
You streamed yesterday. Who said it was a bug? Who said it was a bug? The whole time it was
No one said.
hilarious, man. No one said it was a bug.
No.
Legend.
Daymod didn't say it was a bug.
Nope.
They didn't say it's a bug because they don't know a damn thing about it.
They didn't say that either.
Yeah, guys, it's not the Mauritania Diaries. It's the fucking cloak across me.
All right.
What it says?
I think Max Cape will come. I think it'll come as like a package deal with Skill Cape Rejuvenation, and I don't have any clue when Zaya would come. I don't really have any expectations for its release. I think that pushing it off as long as possible is actually better. Giving it a lot more time for development, significantly more time for QA testing would be much better. I'd be totally fine if it came out, like Trance said, like a year and a half from now.
Skill cape rejuvenation. What?
Yeah. I've talked about this a couple times.
They want to make skill capes more useful to wear.
Yeah, like, however stupid or small the skill cape thing may be, like...
It'd have to be really small.
Yeah, we're talking small, like, for fletching, you always have a knife in your inventory. For farming, maybe you always are wielding your secateurs. Did I pronounce that right?
For farming, you can boost your farming level and get more herbs on average.
Well, if they're gonna rejuvenate the skill capes, please make them look like the RS3.
Shut up.
Oh my god!
Like a featured
All the gathering ones, you can boost your level by 1.
Then they wanted to
That's
Can't
not
you already
useful.
do that?
If that's not useful, I don't know what is.
people are also wanting, like, I think the main one that I saw people saying were, like, if you have a range cape, it acts as an Avis accumulator. But
An agility cape acts as a spottier cape. Yeah.
An
I wouldn't
agility
mind
cape
that.
automatically grabs those mucks of grace off the ground.
How do you feel about that one, Trickool? With all your agility?
It would depend if King Bino wore it.
Yep. Yep. Hey, it's true.
It's true.
No, I really wouldn't care. I'd have to go and buy a cape, I guess.
You don't have an agility cape?
It might be in my house, but I don't know. I've not seen it in probably about 8 months.
Do you not own any skill cape or what?
I own a quest cape, and that's because I bought it for the diary, and a rune crafting cape that I bought for the diary. And the rest of them are either in my house or I got rid of them.
Wow. Alright. How do you guys feel about resizable? Well, they worded it as, how do you guys feel about resizable being released relatively soon? I don't know how soon it will come, but it appears to be the next big project for them.
I don't think it'll come till summer. I personally wouldn't use resizable that much because I just, even when we had resizable in HD and all that shit, I would just play unfixed anyway. But if there was a skill where having a resizable screen would help me, like manipulate the windows so that I can like move my mouse less, then I'd probably use it. But for like regular things, I probably wouldn't. I'd rather just save the space and do something else on the other side of my screen.
Yeah, I don't really like the word resizable because for me that gave off the implication that I would be able to resize it to be smaller. I wanted it to be smaller, and that's not something they're going to be offering, so it's kind of like enlarging. So I don't really give a shit about it. I don't know why there's so much hype about it.
I'd probably stick with the fixed though. Love the fixed and don't like change. It looks good. What they've done looks really good, but I personally wouldn't use it / don't care when it gets released.
Yeah, I'm not against it, but I just don't think I would use it that much.
Yeah, I'm not against it at all. I mean, if people prefer to play like that, then so be it, but I prefer to have it jammed in the corner of my screen and sort of forget
Okay,
it's there.
just to set it in stone, is it like the RS3 is resizable, or is it
I don't
like
think
the
so.
OS body resizable?
No,
It's gonna be
like,
like-
Neither.
like
They had
Well,
a
how
preview
is it
on
gonna be?
format of RS3 is resizable. Before it was RS3 resizable, there was a
I
picture
don't know
of
how
it
that
in
would
the
look though, like with the
They
chat
They
have
have
a
a,
while ago.
they showed it on stream with Jack Mob. I think there's a highlight of it on their YouTube.
Okay, I'll
There
check
was a
that later then.
picture
But
of it, yeah.
I
It
could
was like
imagine that some skills would be nicer to do.
Well, yeah, you used to be able to push it so your invent was closer to the fishing spot
Yeah,
and
you
you
won't
could
be able to
decrease
do
the fish
that.
really quickly.
You can't
Yeah, it's
do
gonna
that,
be
though.
Really well.
different. It's gonna be a different kind of resizable.
Yeah.
But I mean, for
Because
things
what
like
Randy said, you can't make either dimension smaller than the default dimension.
okay,
You
You
can't
used to be
shrink
able
it.
to, and that's
But-
what I've heard is that it's going off what it used to be like. So
Look at your
apologies
chat and
for
look at your
delivering false
inventory and your
information.
minimap and all that, and just imagine that staying the same size, but you can expand everything else. Like
okay,
the
but
actual game window.
would you be able to change the opacity from stuff too? Or
No.
would it
I
just
don't
be...
think so.
Okay, but I think it would be handy for stuff like Hunter that you're widening the range of the players you can see in the wilderness, or at least like when you're standing on a hill, or standing under the hill, you can see the people on the hill. So that's quite shit. I'd like to be able to see what combat levels the other people are, and stuff like
For
that.
Hunter, that would also help for like finding your chin that ran away.
Yes.
It helps for
Um,
Jad as well.
Yes, for Judd too. But
Scrub
yeah,
lords.
some skills would be easier to do, would be more conveniently. I don't think experience would suffer under this because I don't see any reason why it would. But
Nice heroes.
yeah. What? Oh,
Click,
yeah,
click,
but
click.
yeah, I'd like to try it out, but I think I will be in the fixed screen 90% of the time anyway, so I don't really care too much about it.
Damn, I've got to be like the only one that's sort of keen for this update.
Oh, you
Yeah, you always
Sorry to
play-
shoot
you
it
always
down.
play and you always play in resizable in Orion, don't you?
I'm playing, yeah, OS Buddy I have resizable. I play.
What the
played
fuck?
on that since it came out.
You play full screen?
For
Don't you have
sure.
to-
Yeah.
Don't you have to move your mouse more to do stuff though? Because everything's bigger.
Well, I
No,
use
he adjusted
AFK
his
for most
AFK.
things.
You even
So,
adjusted your HK, didn't you?
yeah, I adjusted all my HK scripts for full screen.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm pretty keen for the update, man. Yeah, can't wait. Fuck the haters, hey.
I'm glad you like it. Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised too when I heard that for the first time, Randy.
Wow.
It probably would be really nice for Zora. Just thinking about it now. It's pretty stupid how small, like how little you can see of the boss
Yeah,
from across
yeah.
the room.
But for PVMing, it would be very great for Gower's Dungeon. It would be very great because you can see it, like the
You
whole
can actually see the boss.
the whole
armor
room
though.
and shit. You can, yeah, it would be nice. Also for streaming, I would like to see people streaming in full screen. I don't want to play it that way, but it'd be nice to see how it would, yeah, come out.
Wow, Case. Full screen.
Man, I enjoy it. It's heaps of fun.
It's so
I love-
annoying because the pics. I don't know.
I don't know how
Don't-
you guys
so
play
shit.
on a... Like, it's so tiny when it's not resized, though.
Oh, wow.
I don't feel like playing Minecraft RuneScape.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sure you're really excited for it then.
Yeah,
You're the only person I know that actually uses that fucking
if they
thing.
execute it properly, it should be good.
If Jack Mob's working on it, it'll be good.
Oh, Jack Mob's out of there. He pieced the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
out of Jagex.
yeah, that's true.
He left?
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Why?
Really? I didn't know that.
He didn't give any explanation.
Well,
You could get a better job somewhere else, probably.
Probably like something like that.
Make more money off his bots, probably.
Yeah.
From the rumors I hear, that guy is rich as fuck. I don't see why he would work there.
probably is. Alright, here's something that I thought was really interesting. Should there be a toggle, or it doesn't even need to be a toggle, but have vials break after drinking the last dose of the potion. I like this idea. I drop I drop all of my vials when they're empty, and I would kind of like this. So it kind of be similar to like the recoil, ring of recoil, how you can like break those. Maybe it would just be easy to code to like automatically break the vial. I don't know.
It'd be like flasks, if anyone remembers those from
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I like
that's what
it.
I thought when I read it.
Randy's like, what the fuck are flasks?
Yeah, I have no clue.
There's 6 doses, but you have to make them manually, and you have to they automatically shatter after the 6 doses were depleted.
Oh,
But in my opinion, no, I would not like this because it kind of ruins the old school feel.
Yes!
In my opinion. But
that's the ace in the hole, man.
Someone
no,
is
but-
standing
no,
up for what truly matters.
I'm so used to dropping shit. Like I would not like I
Oh, no way. Who was that?
Matt!
no, that was you, Tricky. But no, I'm so used to dropping potions, especially. Okay, I'm trying to tell a story here, man. No, but fuck you guys. I'm not even gonna talk anymore. Case, man.
Did you shit your
Lost my train of
pants?
thought.
No, but it did feel a bit warm on the way out.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Right, where were we? Shattered glass.
Case turn.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it's a pretty good idea, but as Matto said, it does ruin the old school feel, but it would make things like a little bit more convenient because I'm pretty much the same. I just drop my vials all the time. Pretty much a waste of inventory space, really. So I reckon just having a toggle would be pretty cool. It would make things like PVM bossing a little bit easier when you want that inventory space straight away.
I'd be fine with it as long
Well, I
as
guess, yeah,
it would be
toggle
toggleable.
pins. Yeah.
As long
Toggle
as it's
speed.
toggleable, it's okay.
And it should be the third option if there were a toggle, not like the drop option. Because I'm so
I really
used
like this
to.
idea. I think it's pretty clever. Well, not clever, but just cool. I, like a lot of people, just drop them instantly, and it's a bit of a chore to right-click, drag your mouse down to the
But
drop
the old
option,
school feel, though.
and then click. So, yeah.
But you were the
if there was a
preserver
toggle
of the
on it,
old
then
school
sure.
feel, just as you introduced yourself.
It does ruin the old school feel, but I will let it slide.
I probably wouldn't use it. I mean, especially on like a task like Hellhounds, there's no reason to drop them. Or like rune crafting, there's no reason to drop them. You're just gonna deposit all anyways. I wouldn't use it.
What about smoke
I get
levels
what you
where you
mean.
would probably
There is-
pick something up?
I just manually drop it and
Yeah,
But you
I don't
can
have a problem
break
with
them
that.
automatically, though.
there's no urgency for this, but it is a pretty cool proposal.
Yeah, I agree with
Like-
that.
if they have absolutely nothing else
Yes,
to
definitely.
do, then on their lunch break, they can
I want
maybe
to see a right
think about
click.
doing.
I want to see an emote that squirts milk out of the udders of a cow outfit before I see this in the game. If they've got time.
While it's teleporting you away.
Oh
No,
my
no, no.
god.
If it's got a cow outfit, you get a little emote and it's just shoot milk out your udders.
You could
Like
you could
snails.
you could fill up your
gotta
buckets
fill it
with
up,
buckets
though.
of milk.
You gotta fill it up. Yeah, you gotta fill
No,
it
no, no.
up.
I'm talking. You grab the nipples and you start shooting it. Just hits the player with like
But
snowballs.
you gotta fill your suit up with a bucket of milk before you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Jesus.
But just make sure
10
the
out of
logic
10.
checks out.
Well, they've got a cow fetish, so I don't see why not. They'll probably be polled in the morning.
Alright, do you guys think that Jagex should allow you to exchange your old school bonds for RS3 bonds through the game? This would largely cut down on the use of swapping clans and the scamming that goes with them.
Why the fuck wasn't I on that
Alright.
question?
So I'm kind of confused at why would somebody need to swap old school bonds for RS3 bonds?
All right, so like
So they can
you
sell
could
it for money.
like yeah, you would maybe I fuck. You just use it to transfer money essentially is what it would be.
Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I reckon I don't know if that's going to happen too often, but in the instance that it does happen, I think that should be an option. But obviously, it would need to be balanced, 1-to-1 ratio for old school to RS3. Swapping clans are definitely not legit. There is no swapping clan out there that is legit. I've lost faith in all of them after you hear of all the stories of somebody getting scammed and yeah, so just stay
Overlays.
away from that shit. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I agree. The less swapping clans, the less people who make money from swapping, the better. Especially, it's kind of cringe seeing like 3 out of the top 20 RS streams are just full swapping. That's the
Hey,
reason they're
last
high.
But they're view botting,
late
though.
last
It's not
night,
actual
4 of
viewers.
the top 9 streams were swap streams, and
Yeah, I
They
saw
all
that.
view bot though. They all view
yeah,
bot.
of course they view bot. It's disgusting, but they don't
Yeah,
give
I
a
know.
damn.
Just gonna
But,
say now, if anyone does want to swap with Japan, he's a P mod. He'll never scam you.
The problem is
He's a
they
nice
have
lad.
to have somebody set up what the ratio is from old school to RS3.
They would
And
go off the GE
there's
prices,
still,
wouldn't
and there's
it?
going to be people who don't agree with that ratio and are still going to swap through these clans, probably.
Yeah.
But it would largely cut down on the use of swapping clans and the scamming that does go along with them.
Especially because a lot of people just swap for membership bonds, just purely for membership, not for GE swaps between the game, just for membership. I don't. Yeah, it will cut down some of the money, but it won't. Yeah, it will not largely cut it down, but definitely a big part.
I don't know if it would even be possible to do, like, because then that'd be like cross-game trading. I don't think it'd be even possible to do. I like the idea of it and its good intentions a lot, but I don't know if it'd be a possibility.
Maybe they should add
Yeah.
a portal to RS3 on the top of the GE.
If it was possible, I would want it, and as long as they like agreed to like make swapping clans like bannable again, like bannable, like it would not be allowed. Swapping CC would be reportable or something like that.
Do you guys feel that we need the current bank pin system upgraded? Recently talking about the bank pin exploits, and do you guys feel like your account is less secure with the current bank system? Currently, people can like attempt your pin twice, and they can fail it twice, and then hop to a different world, or just log out and it will reset it, and they can continue to keep hopping and trying twice at a time. Seems fatally flawed.
In my opinion, Bankpin is the most secure thing in the RuneScape security at the moment, because Jagex security, like the Jagex support, whatever the Twitter account is corrupt.
Corrupt.
They're not
Something like
corrupt,
that.
they're stupid.
In a way, they're corrupt because they don't check fully. But yeah, Bankpin, even if they were to try it with 2 attempts, it would still take 5,000 times to actually, like, at maximum rate to actually try it, to get it. But I mean, if they were to put some additional stuff in there, I wouldn't mind it, because extra security is always good.
Yeah, I'm always for extra security, but I do feel they need to upgrade the bank pin system because, once you do get hacked, I feel like even though there's a slim chance they're going to guess your bank pin, you still want to have that sort of peace of mind that you actually are going to be 100% safe, even though somebody has gotten your account. Just having that peace of mind would be really good and take the stress off a little bit, really.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Not much more I really want to add. I think Case's answer is pretty on point with what I wanted to say.
I think they definitely need to add another layer of security by adding in more numbers to the bank pin. Some of the mods, not sure which ones, but some of them have said in the past that they don't think that is the right way to add more security. I think that's stupid as hell to say. Obviously, it would help out, and anything that helps is good. But some of the mods in the past have said that they're not in favor of adding more numbers to the pin. I think it would be nice to maybe even make it even more of a challenge. You could set something between like, never mind, fuck it. Probably would have sounded like a stupid idea, so I'm not gonna say it.
I don't understand why they don't like fix the fact that you can have 2 attempts, fail both attempts, log out, then go back in and have 2 more attempts and just keep doing that forever. I don't see why they wouldn't fix that. It seems like a blatant bug, and it's brought to light a lot of times, and they've not changed anything about it. I don't understand why they haven't done anything about that.
That's a good point, actually, because if they just fixed that, then you could only have like three attempts a day. Then
that'd be kind of stupid, because I can imagine
like 2
myself.
hours or something.
Well,
Get locked out for like an hour or something.
yeah, for an hour, then it would be good, because it's only 48 attempts, I believe, a day. So that would
I'd
take
be okay. I'd be okay
max
with that.
100 days to yeah, like 100 days to actually get it at max. So yeah, I'd be for that, for Maz's idea.
I would also want what Randy was talking about. I would want more more numbers. I'd probably put like 30 numbers on it, honestly.
It should be like a second password, really.
Yeah, I like that.
Or a second
Because
password,
it's sort of your final layer of defense if they get on your account. And it should be a pretty damn good layer of defense rather than, well, what
It's a
you're
lot of
describing
clicking
at
every
the
time you
moment.
off. I don't know.
Worth
I
it.
wouldn't say 30 numbers, but definitely instead of a thing that pops up on your bank and you have to enter 4 keys, it's just a little box in your chat box where you can type in your numbers or whatever.
Do you,
Well,
do you,
the
do you
numbers
think they
that
should
you
maybe
put
add?
in there.
Do you think they should maybe add letters to it
Yeah.
as well?
Oh, of
That would
course, yeah.
really help out with
Nah,
security.
nah.
Well, like they could just make it exactly like how the pin thing is.
Yeah,
But
they could make it 4 characters still, but with a lot more symbols that it could be.
shit, I'd rather them increase it to where you could have it anywhere between like 4 and 8 different things, and you could use any number, any letter, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm for that as well. I don't like the idea of having to type something in, like just in case you have a keylogger on your computer.
Yeah, that's not secure. That's the whole
Most
point of it
keyloggers
in the
take
first place.
pictures every time you click anyway, so
Do they really? I thought keyloggers only tracked
a
keystrokes.
lot of advanced ones do. Whether they're used for RS, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but
a lot
it's
of
gonna take the picture after you click the number, and it's not gonna know what number you clicked.
it's
Yeah,
not
'cause it's
going to know what
random.
number you've
Process of
clicked.
eliminate.
You
Oh,
idiot.
yeah. It does move around. I don't even know. No, process of
you didn't
elimination.
like
It'll
It's
take
completely
Process of
randomized.
It'll take a
elimination.
picture when you click the number, and that
Yeah,
number
and then the
will
numbers
disappear.
change.
That number will disappear.
Yeah, but you
so
can
can
see all of the numbers
and-
that aren't clicked.
Yeah.
I feel like by the time it takes a picture, the new numbers will be up.
Yeah, especially now, since Modash fixed it, sort of. Like, you made it quick.
I'm not an expert in key logging. This is just what I've been told.
I would definitely like to see being able to add letters into the pin.
Definitely.
Make it literally a password.
That's something you have to type in, though.
Oh no, definitely not. But make it another password.
Yeah.
That
I find it kind of scary because you hear all these stories about people. Well, I don't know if you can't tell if they're true or not, but these people that claim they bought only after they get hacked. They're probably like a lot of them are probably bullshit or something. But if that was the case, if whoever hacked Trance decided to bot on his account for the amount of time he had on it, what do you think would be what do you think would happen to Trance's account?
They probably did bot. They probably did bot the pin.
I mean, what if they actually bought it like something on RS, like
I have
just to fuck you over?
since I now stalk Weth's Twitter on my alt Twitter account because he blocked me. I occasionally like if I'm like walking to class or something where I'm not playing and I have like maybe 2 minutes of free time, I'd like go on Weth's Twitter and just see what kind of tweets he's been tweeting out. And very recently, there was someone whose account was hacked, and the hacker botted on the account, and Weth was able to determine that it was not the owner of the account that was indeed botting, and he unbanned the account and got rid of the offense. So
Wow.
Wait,
I did not
what?
expect
So
them to do that.
like
he
because
was able to determine it was another player that bought it on an account, but they're not able to determine account sharers?
that's another story.
How is that another story?
It's I don't know, but I saw the tweet. It was someone was just like, Weth, someone hacked my account and botted on it and got it banned. Please look." And I was like, "There's no way in fuck."
I mean,
And
that's honestly like the scariest thing that I could think of that could happen to my account. Like that's the only way I could ever lose my account if somebody went on it and like fucking botted on it or something.
yeah,
Like if it got hacked. and they
Losing
did
your
that,
bank is way worse than losing your account, in my opinion.
What?
What?
I
I
mean,
walked in the head.
the other way around. I mean, losing your account
That's
is way
like
worse
saying
than losing
being
your
poor
bank.
is worse than fucking dying.
Sorry. The other way around. Sorry. Losing your account is way worse than losing your bank.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Still chat just
I'm so
killed it.
fucking confused.
Yeah. Anyhow.
What's the longest session that you guys have played RuneScape without sleep? I think we answered this on one of the previous ones, but nonetheless.
Yeah. So my longest session's probably been 32 hours when I did my 30-hour woodcutting day record. I was up for obviously the 30 hours for the record, and then like another 2 hours just like chilling and making a video for that record. So yeah, it was pretty fun, but yeah, I probably wouldn't do woodcutting again, but I'm going to be doing some other records in the future as well.
I don't. Definitely done at least a 40-hour.
Holy shit.
I don't think I've done more than 45 though.
I don't know. Less than 2 days, and probably more than a day and a half. And probably when I was doing next. That's when I played a lot.
The longest I've been up for is 44 hours, although it hasn't been RuneScape all the time, so it isn't actually like a session. But I wouldn't know what my longest session would be, like probably like 30 to 40 hours.
Well, longest for me was when I did my Slayer Day, like last year, around this time too, I think. And I did the 30 hours, and then I was up. I was up for like 36 hours, but I played for like 30 to 31. Took like a 4-hour break, and then played for another hour or two.
I think it was when I was doing smithing and soup eating. I got up, went to class, came back, stayed up for the full 24 hours, went to class again, came back and played some more, and then finally passed out about 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm not
How
sure
long is
how many
that?
hours it was. 30 something.
Like,
Wasn't very fun.
no, especially
Superheating
with,
too? What are you
was
doing
it
to yourself?
unqueued?
What was I doing? I had a bet with Will that he bet I couldn't beat Dreamland, who started before me, and I did beat him in the end. So I was sort of really competitive with that. It wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it at all, to be honest. Mum made me a pizza. Good fun.
What kind of pizza?
Pepperoni.
Drifting off.
I have another little question that goes sort of off related to this. I asked it in the TeamSpeak like a couple of days ago, but how long is the longest that you guys have slept for?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. I
Oh,
slept for
boy.
26 hours straight before. It was back when I was in like 8th grade or something like that. I went on vacation and I was at my aunt's house, and my aunt and uncle at the time, they were like 20, 21, so they're cool. And my uncle was off of work for the week, and I don't know, just I ended up staying up for a long time, and then I went to bed at like Tuesday at like 7 a.m. and I woke up like Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. I don't remember waking up at any point in between. I'm sure I probably woke up to go to the bathroom or something, but I don't remember that. But 26 straight hours.
What year is it?
That was like 2000 and yeah. I missed the joke.
like
I missed the joke. I missed the joke.
Mine was, I think it was a couple, I was pretty young, probably like 11 or something, and we were driving back from London, which is about a 7-hour drive from where I am. It's like nothing for Americans, but it's like the full length of England for me, so it was a really long thing. We set off at about 5, and I slept the entire car journey to about 9 o'clock the following morning, and because I was a kid I got carried up to my bed and everything, so I didn't even wake up. It's great.
How long
But I
was
do
it?
remember that pretty distinctly. That'd be about 18 hours or something.
How many?
18. I just woke up with the groggiest feeling in the world, though. Just I don't know why.
What does groggiest mean?
Ugh.
Just like
Okay.
lethargic.
Okay.
Feel rough.
Yeah.
Dehydrated.
The longest I probably slept for was probably around 16 to 17 hours. I was really pissed off because it just ruined my whole weekend. I was looking forward to doing a lot of shit, and then I was like, oh, I slept and wasted like an entire day.
It's weird though. The longest I've like been like incapacitated was when I got all 4 of my wisdom teeth taken out, and I was on painkillers. I was in bed for like 2 days, but I wasn't like fully asleep, even though I don't remember any of it. But I was obviously on drugs and stuff. But I think I slept like 19 hours after my RC week.
It was something long like that. I
And you
remember.
can look at you can just look at the graph on CML. It's like a
Yeah.
whole day I didn't play.
For me, it is. I believe it's not that long. It's 13 to 14 hours, maybe. Like,
That's not bad.
I
Yeah.
can't sleep that long. I mean, sometimes I'm just very exhausted and I go to bed at like 8 and I wake up at 8. But I don't think it's any extremely more than that. I never sleep that much, so.
Alright. Wildy bosses are not. Hey, speaking of wildy bosses, embarrassing for me, there's a monster called Vetion. It's this big ass. Everyone knows what that shit is.
Except for you.
I didn't know that was a monster in the game. I saw someone streaming it, and I thought it was a new monster. But okay, with wildy bosses now getting pets, they also added a chompy pet. Do you think they're really overdoing pets in old school? And do you think it will restrict future content like a summoning like future skill?
I think the Vildi pets were kind of like the boss pets were kind of to be expected. It was kind of strange having all these random pets and then like a Penance Queen pet, and we didn't have a pet for like the 3 main wilderness bosses. I don't know about Scorpio being necessary, but it's okay. I don't mind it. I'm gonna be going for like every single pet in the game anyway after I fucking max, and that's gonna be fucking insane. And I hope they don't release any more because I think I have enough to do.
That's
the
a sick
chompy-
goal, by the way, dude.
Yeah, the chompy pet's a fucking waste. I don't even know why they added it. If they added it, they should have made it fucking rare. It's just another. It's just a pet that people are like, oh shit, I have a pet now. No, you fucking don't. It's not a real pet. It's
Yeah,
1
I'm
in
the same.
500.
Yeah, it looks alright though, but I really think the drop rate for it needs to be increased. As for other pets, I think this is sort of the cap. I think this is the maximum amount of pets they should be putting in the game. Any more and it's sort of just overdoing it, sort of like overkill really. I don't think it's going to restrict future content. I'm not too sure if summoning is even going to get into the game. I'm sure there's like a big split between the community on who wants it and who doesn't want it. And yeah, the pets are pretty cool to see. I saw my first an artist pet the other day. It looked pretty sick.
But then
Yeah, I like the spider.
Yeah.
I saw a
also
video
like the
of some
scorpion as well.
guy who just got the spider pet and he got killed right away.
Oh my god.
I think
That's
Maz
so-
linked it last night,
Poor
the
guy.
feels.
and then he had a buddy with him in full Varax, and that dude was skulled and he lost all his shit.
Aw.
In his fault. It was in 28 Wilderness, and he could have teleported as soon as he saw that pet, but he fucking hesitated.
Yeah. I really have not been a fan of the pets since day one, and I'm gonna continue to hate the pets overall. I think some pets are nice, but as a whole, I just really don't like them.
Yeah, I
I
voted.
I don't think that it'll restrict future content though.
Voted no for any kind of poll they had about pets. I mean, I don't mind it that much. My only problem with it is I think they spend a little bit too much time on it. Although they really do need to add a teak tree pet. At this point,
Full support.
It's embarrassing that they haven't even done it yet.
What?
Sounds
Teak
like
tree
utter
pet.
wank.
You can fuck
Oh.
off.
Also, a big red Japan pet.
Oh, yes,
okay.
actually, I do like the idea of that. And he has to shout, "Big Red Japan, designer of the rooftop agility course
Yeah,
PDC," every
yeah.
time you take a
Yeah.
step.
Yeah.
Fuck this waving bullshit. He should be shouting at you.
The jump for joy emote.
The only pet you need in this game is a cheeky little clockwork cat.
Jicklum is
said.
smiling right now.
I kind of like it that there are so many pets in the game. I personally am not going for any. I would like the Calphi Queen pet someday because I think it's awesome. But I think it's a drive for PVMers to actually continue doing one boss instead of like switching around. It's like for Maz, he's a big PVMer as far as I know, and going for like all pets is a very big goal.
Ex-PVMer.
Ex-PVMer, whatever, you'll be a PVMer in the future because of that goal you got. But what was it? Like 3,500 hours?
Oh, that's
34,
3,500
wasn't it?
hours without the Wilderness pet drop released, and without the Penance Queen pet. I'd say
And that's
probably.
it.
And without
That's
Court.
the
Around
normal drop
5,000.
rate, is it?
Mm.
Normal
What?
drop rate.
Yeah, that's normal drop rate, so I could get lucky or
Yeah,
unlucky.
that's about maxing 150%, which is pretty sick. But yeah, I see it as a big drive, and they're kind of overdoing it, but it doesn't really bother me. So
I don't understand how the fuck they made their fucking pet drop rates. That really pisses me off. They vary so greatly. Like, the fucking court pet is 1 in 5,000, and assuming you get the equal amount of kills, you get a fair amount of kills, equal amount of kills between everyone in the team at corp, you'll get 4 kills per hour. That's 1,250 hours on average for a court pet. That doesn't make any fucking sense when the other
Ridiculous.
ones take like 200 to 300 each.
I didn't even think about this, but having the pet incentive does make a lot of people kill something like Dag King, so I don't think could be very popular otherwise.
Yeah, I do like that it
So I guess it's not all bad.
it keeps some things relevant.
yeah, exactly.
So now that I think about it, it's fine.
I mean, no, your fucking Sarah Brews would be costing a lot more if Moped didn't exist. Like her, I don't know. I guess it just affects me because I'm shooting her blue right now. But Crush Nests are like 1,000 gold cheaper because of people going for Moped.
Moped is not that big, right? It's what
It's a
is the drop rate?
small, it's a small little shit.
Yeah, you could get it in 40 to 50 hours.
Yeah, it's not that long.
It's like the
little
cooking
beggar.
of pets.
Well. Alright, what person who has not been on the podcast so far in the clan would you most like to see?
I am the clan.
Just to clear it up, I'm going first. I speak on
Participate in the
behalf of everyone.
podcast, and why would it be them?
Well, fuck you guidelines. I speak on behalf of everybody here. the captain. Definitely.
Yes.
I would.
In the clan.
Yeah.
I know, but pause to that rule for the minute. I think that would be the best thing produced in the past 50 years. Fucking be great. In the clan, not too sure, really. I'd like all the Finns to get on one podcast, but that's kind of dead in the mud because they're all gone.
We
But-
might get a Brazilian podcast and have like 15
Oh,
people
yeah,
on
because
it.
we've got the Brazilian lot now, haven't we? And
7
also
Brazilians.
User as well. I know he doesn't play at all, but so little is known about him. I think it'd be pretty cool to have him on.
Ooh, I like that.
For me, I would like to see Rain on the podcast. Back in the day in 2013 and start of 2014, I used to talk to him in TeamSpeak a lot, and I always liked his point of views on things, and he was always a man of few words, and I would like to see him on a podcast someday.
That few word was usually, pardon?
Or
You
yes.
do?
What, was the question in the clan or not in the clan?
Well,
or was it both?
I changed it in the middle of
Fuck
saying
Randy's
it.
guidelines. Doesn't really talk
Yeah.
about.
Fuck
Well,
him. Just go
Officially,
without the plan.
Rain isn't in Hexis anymore, is he?
He doesn't even play, so no.
So is it in the clan or
Well-
not in the clan?
Whichever you want.
Cool to have Bodhi on.
Ooh,
Yeah, that'd
that's
be
a
cool.
wild card.
I don't think it's that far-fetched.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to do his own podcast thingy with like the fucking AOA gold team shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
They're just
Christ.
streaming it,
Get me
though.
a
That would
bucket.
just seem like a typical stream that they would have.
Fucking
Yeah.
get
I
rid of
think
the
it would
milk
be
out of this
entertaining
bucket
anyway.
and just let me use it.
Just 'cause
I
of
watch it, to be
personalities.
honest.
Yeah, I actually think it would be entertaining just because they're entertaining people.
Yeah.
Just be 40 minutes of them calling each other a rodent, a snake, or a slime.
I'll say outside of the clan, would definitely want to see Cap King on it. Cap King's #1. Inside the clan, I'd like to see Ace TheCaseAce on it. He should be on the
yeah.
he should be on the next one coming up. He really wants to be on it, but podcasts are always done while he's working. So it would be nice to see him on the next one, perhaps.
You
Alright,
could do
so
like a whole Western from America and Brazil. And you could do it like at your times in the evening, so when Ace isn't working.
Yeah. Get rid
He
of all
he
the
work he
European
works
users.
from like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I'll do it at 11 then.
That's pretty late for
You have to have like all Americans on.
yeah.
Over the case.
Yeah.
So I'll do both. Mine's out of the clan obviously is going to be Cap King. I reckon he'd just be like full of laughs and just all the random shit he says is just so hilarious. And I think in the clan, although he's not technically in the clan anymore, he just left Leatus. I reckon having Leia on a podcast would have been awesome fun.
Oh my god.
He's
Yeah,
like-
that'd be good.
yeah, exactly.
Yep,
You'd
yep,
need
yep,
some-
yep.
You'd
Yep,
the
well,
Leia
yep.
and Goku
All right, then.
duo, though,
Rude
wouldn't
as
you?
fuck.
Really.
But yeah, he was always funny, always good laugh, always good to talk to, so he would have been awesome to have on a podcast.
I
Going
agree.
off what was said about the high-level community not exactly liking each other that much, I think for the sake of entertainment, it would be extremely fucking interesting to have
already know what's
somebody
gonna
that you
happen.
to have somebody that you do not agree with on the podcast, and I'm talking about having somebody like Westfold on the fucking podcast. I just think it would be pretty fucking interesting.
Brad, oh
I
my
think
God.
Brad
I'd
would be a
love to have
lot
Brad on the
better
podcast.
to be on the podcast because he can handle himself a lot better, and I think he can make many great points and very
Yeah.
opinionated. That would be
Whereas
interesting.
Vestal would just start calling you fat if you didn't agree with him. Shout out to Vestfold. I like you, Vestfold. You don't annoy me that much.
Or maybe someone from Solace.
You're going way too far now.
They just let them participate in their own podcast.
Yeah, they have their own podcast. so-
Okay. It was just a suggestion.
Suggestion.
Yeah, okay. Fucked up that word. Okay, carry on.
All right. What did you guys do the first month of old school? Looking back at it, did you enjoy it? Yes or no? And what would you do differently if you were given a second chance? First month of old school, I just really fucked around. I had a whole bunch of real life friends who started playing with me, and I think there was like 8 or 9 of us, and we were just really just fucking around, doing a bunch of dumbass shit. Looking back at it, I didn't really enjoy it because I had no fun doing it because I was so poor as well. So that's what like drove me to start doing Hunter, and then it was like a snowball effect. But I really didn't. Looking back at it, I really didn't enjoy it. If I could redo it and do it differently, I probably would have done every single quest and would have gotten my mining level high if I could.
I was like pretty inefficient at the beginning of old school. I wasn't really knowledgeable on efficient methods, that kind of thing, until I was introduced to Hexis. So the one thing that really sticks out to me that I'll do differently is I would not do rune crafting first like I did, and I did it with 55 agility and 60 mining.
Holy shit!
So,
How?
yeah, that was pretty terrible.
Hey, that's
I
a
was
flip
really
of the
stupid.
coin for every obstacle.
Yeah, I know.
That's the
Looking
stats I
back,
did mine on your agility with.
Yeah, I would do mining and agility before I did rune crafting because that shit was pretty inefficient.
Okay, so what I was all over the fucking place with my first month. What I would do was I would, instead of just sticking to one skill and getting really like high ranked in that skill, what I would do would be to go back and forth between skills, and the skills I went back and forth between were fucking rune crafting and Slayer. So I was really high. I was like pretty high ranked for rune crafting, and then I stopped completely. And then I did Slayer. I got a pretty high rank for Slayer. I lost my rune crafting rank. I went and did rune crafting again, and I kept going back and forth. And because I went back and forth, what I regret most about that is that I ended up getting 85 Slayer when whips were only like 6 mil. When even though I played enough that if I did Slayer alone, I would have gotten in on it really fucking early. Probably like 2 or 3 days after the first people got 85, I would have gotten 85 myself. So I regret doing that, and I missed out on like really expensive whips. At the same time, if I just stick to runecrafting the entire time, I probably could have fucking abused those runners that would pay like half.
That would have been nice as well.
They would like the ones that give like 30 runes back, but keep like 20 to themselves or something. I made a shit ton of money while getting a shit ton of XP. I could have done that, like, and I missed out on both of them just because I couldn't fucking make up my mind.
I was also kind of inefficient at the beginning. I did get a quest cape like 2 months in. Even though I did a bunch of the stats inefficiently, I still had like a pretty nice base for the account. I mean, you need decent stats to get a quest cape. And if I could do it differently, I probably wouldn't do it too much differently. I'd probably still go for quest cape. I would train my stats more efficiently to get it. Like I remember exactly what I did for some shit, but for crafting, I think I made like ruby bracelets or something.
Jesus Christ,
like,
that's cringe.
You only need like 60 crafting though, so it would take like a day.
Mhm.
Like terrible at the time. I was just kind of dumb.
Personally, really enjoyed the first month of old school for me. Me and a pretty good friend of mine who quit. We both went for quest cape, and the first month consisted of getting the requirements to do all the quests in the most monetary efficient way possible. So if a quest had a crafting requirement, you would spin flax for that crafting requirement. If it had a mining requirement, you'd mine gold for that requirement to make the money so you could do whatever else. But the initial goal was to get the Barrow's gloves, and I remember for the first week I mined gold in the Brimhaven Horseshoe mine and would bank it at Ardoyne. I'd get the boat to Ardoyne, bank it there, and then go back and mine an invent and just do that endlessly to get money so I could train the stats, so be able to get a quest cape and afford some of the other skills that were more expensive to do. But I remember there was also a smithing requirement. I think it was 65 for devious mines. I did that all on iron knives just so I could make money to
I did it too,
buy other
65
stuff.
to iron knives. Train
Yeah,
range with it too.
I really enjoyed it, and I still knew of the efficient gameplay. I would keep up with Jebrim and see how all that was doing. But I wouldn't change it. really did enjoy it, and I got the quest cape pretty early on, and I felt like a baller. So yeah,
Yeah, same
really
for
wouldn't
me.
change it. It's some of the better memories I have of the game, rather than just running around a roof. I was actually on Skype doing quests with my friends. Now I don't have any friends.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me as with Trance and Trickool. First, I went for Questscape. I got it in the start of May, I believe. Was just dicking around. I didn't really know about the efficient methods. I was just doing casual things, and yeah. If I look back at it, I would change a lot. I would still go for Questscape, but not like in the first month. I would probably do as the usual. Do thieving until you can buy the feathers for fishing. Then get 99 fishing, get agility, get mining. Then probably get rune crafting so you have a big bank so you can do whatever buy you want to do, and then just I don't know, something like that in that direction. Just try to maintain like a 80 to 90% efficiency rate instead of having like a Jicklum rate.
That's fine.
I actually did
hindsight,
a lot of
you think
quests
it's-
at the start too.
I think a couple of you guys didn't answer. Looking back at it, did you enjoy it?
Of course
I
I
did enjoy.
I loved it.
Yeah, definitely.
I could have enjoyed it more.
I mean-
I feel.
It's easy for you to say in hindsight, oh, I dicked around a bit, but I'm sure at the time you did really enjoy it. Unless you wouldn't have kept playing.
Well, the reason
I
why
do
I
just
wasn't
remember
having fun
enjoying
is
it.
why I started skilling instead, because I wasn't enjoying it.
Another thing I wanted to point out that I also did a lot of fucking quests at the start, but I stopped right after I got my barrels gloves. I think I was like bottom of first page RC while having barrels gloves like 2 weeks in, so I thought that was pretty good.
What combat level did you get Barris gloves at?
I think I was like fucking 7. I don't know. I was really low.
I got mine at 65. It was fucking difficult.
I remember Colomancer being a little fucking bitch. I hated him. No, it wasn't Colomancer. It was another one that was really annoying.
The Colorado was the easiest one.
Yeah, it was another one that was really annoying.
I can't remember which one it was because the one that everyone seemed to struggle with, I just used Ivan Blast for and killed it really quickly. That was Cameron, is it? The one that's a play on words of the Desert Treasure boss that freezes you all the time.
Caramel, yeah, I think so too. I used Ivan. I had Ivan staff. I just didn't know it was set OP.
Yeah, it was
Until
really
later
OP
on.
for it.
All right, Vegeta's saying in CC that there's some guy with 12 bill, and
Skip the gym.
all right. My question: if you guys had like 12 bill, aside from selling it, what would you do? What would you do?
Okay.
What would you do with that money in game? I mean, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around how much money that is.
Probably beat you to tournament construction.
I think I would do a Bible. I'd probably do like Herblore or something, get that done real quick. Maybe Black Dehyde Bodies with crafting would be really fun as well. And then I'd probably
Fuck,
invest
I'd
the
do
rest in like
Onyxes.
Third Age. Oh fuck yeah! Holy shit! I didn't even think of that.
Build wouldn't last very long.
Damn.
Demonic Thrones.
Onyx, yeah, that too. Shit. Good way to blow a
Demo-
12 bill cash stack.
Yeah. But 12 bill, would that be enough for tournament all, or?
Yeah, it would be
How much is
more
that?
than enough.
Yeah, I'd probably just do the normal race with it and just try to go for tournament all buyables, maybe.
I'd get every
Oh,
third age item in the game. Figure out the best looking costumes. It'd be a dream come true.
I'd get an offering for cups of tea at 1k each so I could overcut everyone, buy some astrals and go back to running around roofs.
You already have 78% of the tea market, mate.
Yeah.
That's a
but
monopoly.
Someone stealing my fucking market. Bastard. He's on the blacklist. And I will not say who it is.
Cayman.
Ooh.
All right. What is the most destructive update that has come to old school so far? They put in all caps, besides the shit that has resulted in 6-hour methods. And what has been the most beneficial?
I'm the top of my head, I can't really think of a destructive update. I guess the rooftop kind of killed the extent of agility. Not hating on people that do agility, but I mean, agility was one of the most tedious skills for me.
Effortless skill.
I mean, having to do Darkish Khan with super energy potions and in that darkness and having to remember what item you had to get, I wasn't really looking forward to that. But
Did you ever do it?
I tried it. Yeah, I tried it.
It's good fun.
It is not as much fun as rooftops, but it kind of killed agility. But on the top of my head, I can't really think of an destructive update besides the 6-hour methods.
I think a lot of people are going to say the GE is a destructive method. I don't.
Yeah.
Destructive update. I don't really think so. Well, that's my opinion. But the destructive update I feel that happened was Zora. I feel like
definitely
the drops that it had when it first came out, there were just toastals out the arse. There were herbs everywhere. I think that was a destructive update to the price of farming in the herb and seed market.
I think Zora is more destructive for the fact that it made darts OP as fuck.
Yes, definitely.
I got to agree. I think that Zora is
really
probably the most destructive update to the game so far.
I gotta agree with that too now, yeah. I really think about it. Because Zora fucked up fletching, Zora fucked up farming, Zora fucked up
and then
a lot of
what
shit.
has been most beneficial? I almost want to say Zora again. I almost want to say Zora again though.
Static spawns.
Static spawns.
All right.
10 out
Spawns
of 10.
all
No
day.
back walking. 10 out of 10 as well.
Static spawns definitely were fantastic.
I'd say GE is more beneficial than static spawns and
Fuck it off.
no, yeah, you're just
pushing
showing
it
agility,
now.
man. Fuck off.
I need static spawns.
Static spawns for agility?
Yeah.
Piss off.
Rude.
Depends what you mean by destructive. Some people would argue diaries are destructive. Some people would say GE is destructive.
It's your opinion.
Diaries
What do
bring
you
a lot
think?
of random crap in.
In your opinion, then, what has been the most?
Yeah, I guess Zora. I mean, in terms of, like you guys said, the farming shit was probably the biggest thing. The mahogany planks too. And beneficial, probably GE, in terms of how it benefits just about everybody.
Alright, what is everyone currently doing in real life right now? Like job, school, or future pursuits?
At the moment, I'm following electronical engineering. I don't know what level it is in all the different countries, but it's kind of like university, and I follow it 4 days a week, and the half of the year is an internship, and the other half of the year is studying, making homework, making tests. It's quite a difficult study, in my opinion, because if I compare it to other studies, it's like way more complex. I don't know sure how to pronounce this because there's a lot of Dutch terms in there, but besides school, I don't have any job at the moment. I used to work a lot, but school and RuneScape are taking a lot of my time. And yeah, I recently got a girlfriend. It's going great, and that's it.
I'm in college. I'm gonna graduate at the end of the summer, and I'm also going to be working part-time very soon. I don't really know what I'm gonna do after that, though. I'm kind of clueless. I'm gonna be one of those people that leave college and just don't know what the fuck they're gonna do now.
I'm currently in what English people would call sixth form, which is college, not American college. It's like the last 2 years of school, going from 16 to 18 years old.
High
So
school in America.
yeah, that's still high school for you. I do that. I do three subjects: history, geography, and business economic studies, which is all right. I also do about 10 hours of part-time work as a undertaker, because that's what my dad does as a business. He owns the business. I help him out every now and again. There's a bit of part-time work, which is all right. IRS, and don't talk to people.
I just want to clarify, I'm from America, so college is different for me. So when I say college, I mean like the equivalent of UK's people saying university, I guess. Yeah.
Right now I'm just nerding it up, but I'm going back to school next semester. I guess I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. I'm from America, and I'm in college right now. I have a year, just over a year left, working on criminal justice, and future pursuits would be going into law enforcement. Currently, right now, I work part-time as like campus security, and it's about 10 hours a week or so. And I do that during the school year. During the summer, well, last summer, I had a carpet cleaning job. Wasn't as bad as you'd think, but from last I heard, they're trying to move me into the office for that job now. I think they want me like setting up appointments and stuff or something. So I think I'll be moving from the field into the office.
Alright, this is Randalicious. Do you need your carpets cleaned?
All right. I was studying at university for like 2 years. I was studying psychology. I deferred and took a year off, and currently I'm just working at a casino as
poker
a.
player.
I wish. Nah, I work at a casino as a table games dealer, and I'm contemplating going back to uni and finishing off my psychology degree.
Do you actually do that, Case?
Do what? Which
That's a
part?
pretty cool job.
Yeah, I actually do work at a casino.
How's the training going, by the way? You had the training, by the way, right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
just finished
listen.
learning blackjack just like a week ago. So that's
Nice.
my
How long
second,
ago?
got my second game. About a week ago I finished it. It was 2 weeks of
Hey.
training.
About a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty fun job.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
That does sound like good fun.
All right, what do you
Good
guys
shit, good shit.
what do you guys regret most buying IRL?
Oh God. Nothing comes to mind. Like a month ago, I bought these low-fat cinnamon graham crackers, and they're awful. I had to throw them out.
That's the worst purchase you've ever made in your life.
Is the first thing that comes to mind. They were out of the regular ones.
That story, though.
I have absolutely no idea off the top of my head. I actually got asked this on Twitter by someone who follows me, and I just sort of forced it in there because I thought it was a pretty good question because it really got me thinking, and I cannot think of anything off the top of my head, really. I bought my dog a chew toy for £3, like $5, and I got home, gave it to him, went to make a cup of tea, and he was choking on it. I had to go and rip that out of his throat. So that was pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that I would regret buying. Definitely don't regret buying a RuneScape membership. Best thing that ever happened to me. So that'd be one of the best things that I don't regret buying.
It's the best
Yeah.
and the worst thing you've ever bought.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a drug, but it's good for you, sort of.
It's a very cheap drug.
The thing I regret buying the most was the ticket to Finland to meet up with ads.
Oh, it comes out.
Oh my god,
Shit.
that was fucking ruthless.
Shit.
Well, it is the truth. That's the most disappointed I've ever been in my life, I think, in someone. So yeah.
Holy shit.
Well,
Just ask, come at me, bro.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's calling him out.
Fucking hell!
Shit, I forgot what I was thinking about after hearing that. I don't even remember what was on my mind.
Oh shit!
That was such a 10 out of 10 answer.
Alright, moving on. Alright, someone asked, what do you like to have on your sandwich?
Scraping the
I don't
barrel
know.
hair.
Bit of bacon, cheese, tomato. Never goes astray. That's a pretty nice sandwich. Do you guys? Is this like referring to like Subway or anything?
It could be what.
Anything.
Take it
If
however
it's
you
Subway,
want.
Subway, I always get like a chicken teriyaki. That's always nice. Always a good favorite for me there.
Meatball bomber with like lots of Parmesan and mozzarella cheese. That would be like on a sub. For like a regular sandwich, I usually, whenever I go to the store, I buy like a lot of supplies, and sandwich that I make very often, it's got like this turkey, it's got some ham, roast beef. The turkey has like bits of cheese in it, so it's like cheesy turkey.
America.
Exactly.
Loaded up with a lot of cheese, Swiss, cheddar, American, and then toasting it as well. It's fantastic. I don't like.
Keep
I
that
don't
in
think you can
mind.
go wrong
I
with
didn't even
lettuce,
think about it
tomato,
until you
and
said it,
cheese.
so now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, just lettuce, tomato, and cheese is pretty much like my go-to for most sandwiches. I think they're
I
awesome.
hate I
ingredients.
hate lettuce, tomatoes.
Fuck you.
I hate all.
Merc.
I hate like that little shit. Like if I were to go to like McDonald's and get like a burger, I would just get a plain one with just the cheese and the meat.
Why? Lettuce is so cool.
I don't know.
It's the nice-
I don't really like
part.
condiments at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Don't know. I just always hated them.
Not so long ago, I made a sandwich. I remember I sent it to you, Chris.
Oh yeah.
It was, I think it was grilled bacon, smoked chicken. There was a little bit of tomato, and there was um,
You had avocado as well.
no, it was a mix of mustard and mayonnaise,
Oh,
and
yeah.
what was it? Cucumber and a lot of cheese, and there was like you know those white square grilled breads?
Yeah.
Do you know what they're called? Yeah, I had like the bottom, and then I put some layers on, and then another bread, and then another layer, and then another bread, so 3 breads, and then toast it.
Double decker.
Double decker, yeah. Real good. Or the Italian BMT from Subway is always good.
Trance.
I hate sandwiches.
Oh,
Can't
I'm
stand
not a
them.
fan of. I'm not a fan of sandwiches, but I do like a good chip butty or a bacon butty. It's also quite nice. Also,
for
bacon, lettuce,
for
and tomato is
Americans out
really
there,
good.
what the fuck is a chip buddy?
It is a French fry sandwich.
That sounds like that would be pretty good.
It is good. You just whack some ketchup on it and all.
Not the
Chip
ketchup.
butty. Good stuff. Good
Why don't
stuff.
you why don't you just eat French fries and then have some bread?
Why would you waste the time? Why don't you just eat them both at the same time? You don't get grease on your fingers if you have the fries and the bread either.
But
So
that's the fun of it.
is it?
In America, it is.
Oh, I don't even know. You people are fucking weird.
Yeah, we're weird.
You know, for me, I think if someone else makes my sandwich for me, that it just enhances the quality of the sandwich. Anyone else feel that way?
I'm like the opposite. I'm picky with my
Yeah.
food.
I'm like that.
Oh, I enjoy the food significantly more if it's prepared for me.
Oh, that's a little.
Well, I guess you're
I don't
picky
know.
for food if you eat saltine crackers for a month.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys have a favorite band, singer, rapper, or some other shit like that? If so, what is it?
I don't really have one that's like above any others.
Are there
But
like
if I had to
trance
pick one,
bands or like I don't know. I know that's a
Trance
dumb
bands.
question.
if I had to pick like one artist, probably go with like, fuck, I don't even know. Maybe like all time, like Above and Beyond, I guess. But mostly their older stuff.
Fan of all things indie, so would definitely go with the Smiths. 100% favorite band.
What is it?
The Smiths. Band from like 1983, I think.
Oh, okay.
In my head. Fantastic band. Love everything by them.
I think I have like two sort of favorite bands slash artists, but like different genres. Like the first one would be Bullet for My Valentine. They were the band that got me into like
Oh, mate.
the heavy
Yes.
music kind of scene, and they were the band that started it all for me, and they just produced great music all over.
The
And
Poison
then on the other,
represent.
yeah, yeah. And then like on the other side of the spectrum, I've got Cruella would probably be my favorite artist for like house and R&B music. Like they just kind of came onto the scene, and I really like all the stuff they produced.
My all-time favorite band would be Avenged Sevenfold. I've been a fan since 2006, and it's always been my favorite band. See them quite a few times, like 3 or 4 times. When they come to Europe, it's not that often because their drummer died in 2009, and then they had a big break, and then they came back anyway, and so I was kind of broke when he died, but enough life story for me. Avenged Sevenfold.
You know, I couldn't tell you anything about Avenged Sevenfold aside from back in high school. I had a statistics teacher who went to an Avenged Sevenfold concert and didn't even show up to school the next day because he was still trashed from the night before.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
they're a great band, man. Great band.
For me,
The only
for me,
the only Avenged Sevenfold song I know is going to be the one from the COD Zombies Easter egg. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, I did like some of this. I really only like rap, but I did like some of the songs that were on the Call of Duty Zombie things. I think my favorite one out of all of those Call of Duty ones were on Black Ops when like the first like zombie map with like the theater.
Kino de Totem.
Yeah, Kino der Toten. I loved this song on that
The
one.
song was 115 by Alina Siegman, I think. Top of my head.
I want to give a big shout out to Aubrey for making this like background for the podcast, the Nature Altar.
Good shit.
It looks fantastic, I think, and
You gotta get a new background every week.
that would be asking a lot. I don't know if he would be up to it.
How long did it take him to make it though?
I did not ask him. He did
Multiple
prepare.
people could make it though.
He did prepare a couple of them. He did one of like outside of like barbarian fishing, and
Yeah, if it only took a couple minutes, I wouldn't mind having a different one.
Yeah,
each
they
week.
look good.
I wouldn't want him really spending
Like-
any more than 5 minutes doing it. But yeah,
To
like.
be fair, if you have like a saved file of Photoshop, you have the
I
layers
don't think it's
like
that
the.
difficult.
You just have to change the background. You can keep the other layers, just a normal setup with 5 or 6 people. You just have to change the back layer and add an effect over it. So it's not that big of an issue. It's just if he wants to do it, that'd be nice.
Oh, it would be fantastic. I really love the look of this one. It looks amazing. Wish I would have given him a shout out in the beginning. I think I might edit it and give him a shout out in the beginning. But I think it looks amazing, and I would love to have a new one every single time. Obviously, we used the last one for like the last 9
And-
podcasts.
Oh yeah, Rip Hexis podcast 9.
Well,
Never forget.
I guess 8 then, because we didn't use anything for the first one, and then
Oh,
2
yeah,
through
true.
8 we used it. 9 is dead. 10 we used it. But I really do like it a lot, and I really appreciate him doing that.
Is your voice recording this time?
I fucking hope so.
hope it is. I've enjoyed myself.
We wouldn't hear about this if it
Oh
wasn't.
man, we're on 2.5 hours, and
Really enjoyed this podcast.
I'd be
Considering,
pissed off.
considering we got fuck all questions, I've really enjoyed
this
it.
this was the
Well, I have a question. What do you guys think about the price of fucking nature runes right now?
Oh yes.
I really like them a lot.
What are they?
Don't leak it, Maz. Don't leak it.
Alright, I won't leak it.
They're nice. They're nice.
It's unintended. This is unintended.
It's a bug. The economy.
Who said
is
it was a bug?
I really do like the price of NAS. A lot of stuff is really increasing in GP per hour, and it is kind of devaluing GP.
What's fucking crazy is that even though the nature rune prices have risen so high, Alchemy still fucking profit
It's insane.
because of battle stabs and fucking ID plates being fucking stupidly cheap.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Explain to me why ID plates all for 9984. They're shopped for like 11.6k. Yeah, I can't even sell them off for 9.8k each. Doesn't make any
GE
fucking
limits
sense.
low on them.
They're low as fuck, like 100.
People don't
Yeah,
even bother buying them
125.
on GE.
Maz, how many of them do you have?
Let me check my bank one sec.
But I don't know. The limits are why all the prices are the way that they are.
Yeah, all these shop items limit are 125, aren't they?
I
I believe.
think some of them are even lower than that. They might have
I know
changed.
it for our battle stabs is 125.
Yeah, I have 10,205 ID plates in my bank. I'm not fucking selling them for cheaper than 9,800.
I'll see if I can find you a deal.
Don't you have it in GE at all times though?
It just doesn't sell. I just took it out.
Well, keep it in. Some people might buy it.
Yep. Keep offers
Well.
in a GE.
Because if you keep
Yeah,
removing
you might
it
buy
and then-
magic saplings for 1 GP each.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that, Trickool.
So I just had them left in as a reminder of how many I needed to get for 50 mil farming XP, and they bought, and I laughed a lot.
Scam that
What
man.
about like 65, right?
Yeah, I had an
65 magic saplings for
extremely
one.
smug face on.
Yeah.
I want to know why it bought on
It was-
your account
yeah.
and not.
It was weird because I did have an offer in for 77k on my alt, and they didn't buy on that account, so I was very confused as to why I got them. I went on my alt to check if I'd gotten any, but I didn't get any. I just got 65 from the 1GP trade. It was
Just like
great.
tweet somebody about that.
No, because it's price
Wonder if that's
manipulation, and I could
Intended,
get banned.
or if it's a bug.
Who said it was a bug?
Exactly.
It's not a bug when I benefit from it, alright?
Exactly.
Hashtag close-mindedness for the win. Right.
Trance, I saw this thing on Reddit where someone took a picture of you with your. I just wanted to talk about it, where your eyes are closed when you were thieving. And someone made a response saying new developments in this shocking story.
Temptations to give that Reddit gold was so high. It was
Okay.
brilliant.
Okay, bro.
Oh
The best part about that was they put a resident sleeper on the XP tracker icon. I don't know if people noticed that.
I saw that.
I thought that was fantastic.
Didn't even notice that they put a resident sleeper in there. Gotta look it up now.
That was. I was laughing a whole lot when I saw that.
That was great. I woke up to it.
Anyone seen anything else on Reddit lately that they've just really enjoyed?
No.
Great banter.
Really.
I don't really use Reddit, and Reddit I see is the stuff that's posted in the shout box. But it's usually quality content.
Does anyone else have anything that they want to talk about?
No, not really.
No, been a good podcast.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
enjoyed myself.
been a fantastic podcast. You know, this podcast we had the least amount of like submissions that we've ever had, like for topic ideas and shit like that. And we somehow have made this like the longest one that we've done in a few months. So
Because there was some great banter.
there's a
Wait, if you're watching this, by the way, on the day of release, just look at Rennie's channel a day after for an announcement.
A
no,
week
no,
after.
no, no, no,
after.
6 days, 6 days, 6 days, 6 or 7 days.
Okay.
We need a hashtag for people who watched it all the way to the end that they can put
Hashtag
in the
keep
comment
the dick
section.
Come-
shit.
Hashtag wasn't a bug. Who said it was a bug? Who said it was a bug?
Who said it
Hashtag
was a
who
bug?
said it was a bug.
Hashtag who said
Alright.
it was a bug.
All right, that's a good one. It's a good way to sign off. But all right, thank you guys for watching the podcast. Next Hexis podcast should be released. Well, I don't even know my fucking dates. Is
2 weeks from now,
the
5th of
12th
April.
or the 5th? April 5th? Is that
Yep.
it? Is that
Yep.
isn't that Easter?
Yeah, Easter Sunday.
Who the
Okay.
fuck celebrates Easter?
Shit, I get a lot of shit for Easter. Like
I hope you don't get shit. You're supposed to get eggs.
Drifting off, guys.
get a lot of
drifting off.
candy and shit. Alright, but next podcast should be released that weekend at some point. And thanks for watching. If you did watch it all, hashtag who said it was a bug. See ya. Bye.
Hey guys. Gotcha.
Ketchup.